everybody? Welcome to Flagrant 2 Patreon episode. I'm here, Andrew Schulz, Akaash saying no easy buckets, analysis by assholes, water cooler commentary for your sports needs. It's good to be here, man. It's good to be on Patreon. I think we can dig a little deeper into them putting makeup on retards, because when we were talking about that on the last episode,
right,
I don't think that we really touched enough
on how retarded they are.
On how retarded they were. Because what I started thinking about was, like, who's going to put it on them?
It's not like a dog. It's not like they're moving around. You know what I mean? It's like you're just putting makeup on a little tardy baby.
Who's going to put the makeup on the retard? Like,
the
if
makeup
you're
bitch.
No shit, dumbass. I'm talking about you're selling it to retards. So eventually they have to put it on themselves. And I don't know if this is shocking to say, but I have a sneaking suspicion that if a retard is putting makeup on itself, it's going to be kind of Franks and Beansy, if you will. Right? Like,
no, but here's what's weird about it.
Right.
Is they're not trying to sell it to the retard. They're trying to say we're a good company, buy our makeup. We put makeup on retards, which is also that's an odd line of thinking.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get the logic in the least.
I think they're just trying to make themselves more human. All these evil, faceless corporations just try to constantly make themselves more human.
Did we talk about the Gillette commercial?
No, I haven't
That's
seen it.
a perfect
I've heard
example
audio
of it. You should watch it. It's really funny. So, like, Gillette is this, like, shaving company.
Yeah.
Right? I think owned by Procter & Gamble, maybe,
right,
or some shit like that. And they released this commercial that's kind of going at toxic masculinity
right,
and, like, we can be better, et cetera.
Right.
And all the messaging there is right.
Right.
Nobody disagrees with the messaging.
Yeah.
I just find it convenient. Like, I don't trust corporate wokeness.
No, not at all.
Right? It's like, it's always profit over progress.
Yes.
Don't ever think that a company that makes money that is woke gives a fuck.
Yeah.
Okay? They don't want you to be woke to the fact that they're just trying to squeeze some money out your pockets. Right? That's the reality.
Yeah, sleep on that.
Oh, because the first thing I do.
Take your little power nap when that fact comes up.
You need that. Because the first thing I do after watching a commercial, right?
Right.
I Google Dollar Shave Club and Harry's, which are those cheap razor brands that send it directly to your partner.
Fucking Gillette right in its ass.
Right? And I go Dollar Shave Club, Harry's market share. Right? The first article that pops up is Gillette, for the first time in history, in 2018, dropped below 50% in the razor market share. It's getting a huge toll is being taken on by Harry's and Dollar Shave Club, which was recently bought by Procter & Gamble, and it's only purchased because
we can't beat them.
Boom.
You can't beat them, buy them.
Mm-hmm. That's how capitalism works.
That's big capitalism.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at this commercial, right? Mm-hmm. Now, why do these Dollar Shave Club and Harry's win? Because it's the same razor, but it's a fraction of the fucking cost.
Dog, I heard on the radio you're supposed to only use a razor, like a blade, twice. So imagine how much you're spending on razor blade replacements with, like, Gillette or whatever.
Wait, you're only supposed to use a razor twice?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if this is indicative of how flimsy my facial hair is, but, like,
I'd be using them shits.
Bro, like a toothbrush.
It's like one of those bacteria things.
I'll go through months with a razor.
Same.
Yeah.
I only shave like once a week or whatever. I'll just clean up right here. So it's like...
Well, that's not much then.
Yeah, so... Yeah.
But I used to, like, shave my whole face with it and just keep on going. And then even... Literally, you know how, like, a toothbrush has the blue shit on it and then it goes away?
Yeah.
You know how, like, the razor blades have that, like, little gel on it and goes away?
Yeah.
Even when the gel's away, I just put more shaving cream. Right? Because it's like...
I got gel too, bitch!
Yeah, whatever. You think you only own with gel, Gillette? So... Okay, so Harry's, whatever. So then I'm looking at this commercial, right? And I'm like, okay, clearly you want us to keep paying more money for the same razor blades.
Right. Oh, yeah.
So that's why everybody's like, why do you disagree with the commercial? Like, what piece of shit? This shows who you really are. And it's like, you fucking dumbass.
Yeah.
You fucking dumbass.
Right.
Right? What they're doing is taking Me Too and using it to manipulate you and I into buying overpriced razor blades.
Yeah.
And frankly, don't care that much about Me Too. Okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right?
Boy.
I'm supportive. Ladies, do what you want with the Me Too. But the second it's double the price for razors, me out. Okay?
Yeah.
I can't do it.
I was just thinking it's ironic because that's exactly what fucking Asia Argento did with Me Too. Is just use it to make money. Ain't that
That's what
something?
all these motherfuckers are doing. But that's what the issue with the razor
You know
blade
you have an
commercial is.
inferior product when the only thing you have to say is, "Look what good people we are."
Bro, that's
I
what
don't
they
give a
do.
fuck. It's profit for us too. We profit over. What do you say? Profit over
Progress.
progress.
Because they're
You know.
acting like it's a thing for progress, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
did you notice if you watch the commercial, there's some really funny things about commercial, right? Nobody in the commercial reflects cultures that don't shave.
Interesting.
Like, there's no Sikh people in the commercial, right?
Yeah.
If they truly cared about all men being better versions of men, you'd think you'd see a couple guys with beards in there that just keep on growing. Why do you think they're not in there? Because they don't fucking buy razor blades, so we don't need to market how much better men we
Are
can
there
be.
different minorities in it? Because I think
Yeah,
they're
some black dudes, some white dudes, maybe Asians.
typically the fear.
Dude,
and I used to-
Asians can use one razor for their entire life.
Asians, literally, a razor to them is a fucking appendix. Like, I don't need this.
Yeah. One razor, your entire life.
That shit is a second
Yeah,
kidney.
you
I
have a
could do
mole
without.
on your cheek and
Yeah.
3 hairs grow out of it, and you just need to snip those. Just get scissors. Okay? So you have this weird situation where when you criticize the obvious, and this is why this marketing kind of works, because when you criticize the obvious, then people call you a fucking asshole or right wing or whatever the fuck it is. But this is why we're kind of dumb. By me tweeting that out, I'm just pushing this message out to more people.
Right.
Right? So now more people get to see the message that they want.
Yeah, I try not to retweet shit like that
Yeah.
on principle. Because I know I'm only... And this is what I said about, like school shooters or whatever.
Yeah.
Don't show this motherfucker's face ever. Don't say his name ever.
Yeah.
Because you're just... The more notoriety he gets, the more the next guy will be like, well,
Yeah.
I mean, my name will be there forever.
People copy people.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like once rappers with face tattoos started doing well, all of a sudden everybody got face tattoos.
Yeah,
They think that's what you're supposed to have to be a rapper,
right.
right? Shit gets trendy.
Right.
So the woke advertising is just the latest trend. They think it works. It's not going to work.
You know what's funny is last I heard about this on the ticket actually.
Yeah.
I heard it had like 4,000 thumbs up or something, like 40,000,
Yeah.
and then like 200 thumbs down.
Right.
Like overwhelmingly negative response.
What? Oh, the ad.
Yeah.
Of course. Because it makes no sense. Like if you're a rapist, it's not like you can rape a girl and then afterwards be like, but look what I used to shave. Clearly this didn't happen. Right? Look, it's a Gillette.
I'll have you know that the razor I held to your throat while I had sex with you without your consent cares about your progress.
What do you mean, no? Gillette, the best the man can get. And she just looks at him like, maybe?
We'll see about that.
It's just such bullshit. I guess I don't see how people don't see past it. Or maybe they do.
Right.
You know what? We got to give people more credit because people aren't that stupid. Sometimes they just need somebody, brave enough to say it publicly so they can go, well, I was feeling that too, but I
Right.
just didn't know
Right.
if I should say it.
Right.
In a lot of ways, that's what we are, right?
Yes.
We're willing to, put it all on the line.
Take the arrows.
Yes.
Take the arrows.
What's that again?
Take the arrows.
Yes.
Go
First man
and
over
take
the hill get us all the bullets, right? So I guess, and it's important because then it kind of empowers
Yeah.
other people to go,
100%.
okay, this is how I feel as well. I was feeling this the whole time. Now that I know it's okay to have these feelings.
PC shit is coming to an end, bro.
Yo, real
put
talk.
out that ad and
Yeah.
to get that many fucking thumbs down.
We gotta find a way. We gotta find a way to mock that ad.
Oh, great.
Like
yeah.
we have to have a lady razor thing talk about toxic femininity, right?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But maybe the spin on the commercial will just be like, just kidding, we don't shave. You hairy armpit bitches. Right?
I seen a couple bitches with hairy armpits, and
Yeah.
that shit make me want to vomit, dog.
I don't get it. That's another thing I don't get. Like you think that you're equal to a man because you have armpit hair, yet you won't pay.
Yeah.
Like the first thing to equality to a man is pay,
Also, yes, but
right? Like
yes.
let's
Okay,
just
do this.
qualify,
Yeah.
right? Like the discrepancy between men and women, right?
Right.
You always talk about the pay gap,
Right.
right?
What
No,
about the,
no girls going.
What about the who's paying gap?
Right. Well, that's part of it,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, the who's paying gap. We should call it that. That's great. But so it's like you talk about the financial issue all the time. Not you, but women
Right.
will talk about the financial part of it all the time.
Yeah.
Financial. Me
Right.
personally, I just pay for things. I don't let girls pay. It is what it is. It's just I don't know what it's about.
I just don't want you to think you're equal.
Yeah, get out of here with that fucking equality shit. Shave your fucking armpits. Well, I'm paying this bill. Shave your fucking armpits. No. But no, it's just it makes things easier. It's stupid and whatever. And that's an awkward situation where you got to like split the bill in half. And it's like, well, what if I'm going to order more?
Right.
I'm going to order more. I'm going to drink more. I'm going to eat more.
Right.
So if we split the bill in half, you're kind of paying for me. Do I say I'll take the Guinness and the chicken? It's just too much.
Right.
Whatever. Girl, they care so much about this money thing. And then when it comes to fighting for equality, it's never about how they can match money in terms of output.
Oh, yeah. It's infant
Right?
only.
Yeah. It's always physical things when it's about changing behavior.
Yes.
Right? Like,
Right.
it's because it has nothing to do with equality. It's how can I be lazier?
Yes.
Women decided to do all this annoying shit to their bodies, right? You decide to like wear these fucking bras to shove your tits up there, your heels, you paint your nails, you do your eyelashes, you do all these things. You guys decide that. We've been fucking you from when you didn't have fake tits, when you had hair all over your body. There's never been a time in history where men have taken a pussy sabbatical.
No.
We've always fucked you.
All we did is accept the progress and not want to go backward.
Listen, what is that great Chris Rock joke?
Men can go backwards financially. Women can go backwards. Oh, men can't go backwards sexually. Women can't go backwards financially.
Lifestyle.
Lifestyle.
It's
yeah.
the lifestyle, right? And it's so true. It's like, listen, once you shave your butthole and I fuck a shaved butthole,
It's a wrap.
bruh, I can't go back.
I don't want that.
I'm not going back. So, listen, what is the saying? Like, you made your bed, you got to lay in it?
Yeah.
Or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Made your bed, you got to lay in it.
Yeah. Also, why am I sexist for not wanting to have sex with you with hairy armpits? I don't want to have sex with Steve Nash. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to look at those fucking armpits.
It is gross, the whole armpit. And I've slept with a girl with armpit hair.
Really?
Yeah. I was in Sweden. Very progressive, very pro-women. Beautiful girl. Big tits, fat ass, armpit hair. Cute little wisp.
You are the most hair-averse person I know. This blows my mind.
Yeah. Also like pussy. So that was a conflict. Those were conflicting feelings.
Tell you what else is conflicting.
What's that?
Armpit hair and pussy.
Yeah.
Those don't go together.
Yeah, dude. It was wild. It was wild. Alex, you met her when we were in Sweden. It was the I don't know if she had. Remember those two girls that were hanging out with us? Did they even hang out with us earlier in the day? They came to the what's it called afterwards. Did she have blonde bangs?
I don't remember. There's a lot of stuff that happened in Sweden.
Yeah, that's true. So, but anyway.
You had a lot of time to reflect on Sweden, though, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You had a lot of time in a cell block to think about all the things that happened in
I think
Sweden.
the last thing I would remember is armpit hair, but
Bro, I mean, yeah, it was just part of it. She was like fighting for it or whatever. And
Sweden don't got enough equality, bitch.
Yeah. I thought you were going to finish that.
No, I was like, what else do you want from me? Sweden don't got enough equality. You got to keep fighting. What you fighting for?
It's just an odd thing. I don't understand it. Like, is it that annoying to shave your armpits, ladies? Tell us. Lady assholes that are listening right now. Is it that bad to shave your armpits?
Man, I can't be.
It can't be. Like,
It's
it has to be worth...
It's
The upkeep has to be worth the financial benefit. Right? Like Mike Feeney had a great joke about this. Like women complain about like putting like wearing like lipstick or something like that.
Right.
Right?
Looking at Patreon topics.
And we'll get there.
Right.
And they compare about wearing like lipstick.
Right.
You know, or they compare about getting a boob job or something, complaining about getting a boob job or something like that, right? And how oppressed and objectified they are, right? But if you could do one thing as a man, as insignificant as like putting on makeup, and then immediately gave you access to way hotter chicks,
Yeah.
we would do that in a heartbeat.
100%.
Like, that's it.
All of a sudden, you start getting free stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Motherfuckers are buying you drinks.
it's so worth it. Like, I don't think that's something that women will realize. It's like we have to wear heels, and it's like, yeah, but do you realize that like that small investment gets you so much in return? Like, how much is a drink?
$13.
$13. Say you have 4 drinks, right?
Yeah.
That night. What is that?
52.
52? $52, right? $52. That's one night a week. Let's say you go out 2 nights a week. Let's say that's $100 a week. $5,000 a year. for blush. Shut the fuck up. Are you kidding me? You say $5,000. If I had to go like this and I made $5,000 a year.
Oh, bruh.
In a heartbeat.
Wait till the matriarchy gets here. They're going to hate this shit.
We got to let them take over for a little.
You know what's funny is
Yeah.
girls hate Bumble. Having a talk first, I've heard multiple women say, I hate this.
Ladies, stop this. How was your weekend?
Oh, it's
Every
the fucking
opening
wackest
line is
opening
how
line
was you? You
ever.
don't give a fuck about how the weekend was.
If
Okay?
you got hard on Bumble, you got to start criticizing these bitches' opening lines. Like,
You know
that's
what?
the best you could come up with?
Bumble is good.
They
Oh,
don't
it's-
need to be creative though.
They don't.
Yeah.
They don't. But
But
at
they
the same
still
time,
hate that. They still stress about this shitty-ass text.
well, I think a lot of women will say, guys have the most unoriginal opening lines.
Yes.
And I think that putting them in a position where they have to have
love it.
opening lines
I love it.
is actually great because you realize what you're going through. Sometimes
Right.
you just don't know. It's not my fault your pictures are boring. Like, you put the same picture up 5 different times. What else do I know about you? What else can I possibly say about you?
Right.
Like, I'll look through a girl's profile. I'm not going to lie. I be saying the same shit. Every single one.
What?
My opening line is, okay, I'll let you start.
Oh, you changed it because yours used to be the wave.
I used to do a wave.
Which is great.
Which is fine. I said, okay, I'll let you start because what I think that line implies is like if you respond, you at least appreciate the sarcasm.
Right.
And I need a girl to at least have to be able to understand sarcasm. He gave me a line that I wasted on a baddie.
I've changed.
Thank
online.
God.
I've
This
changed.
was his line.
I've
What he said to me. He goes.
I've personally changed online dating because a girl.
There's no timeline to this.
Yeah,
You've fucked
exactly.
other girls before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I used the line, and then a girl's like, "I heard that already," and I'm like, "How'd you hear my?"
This is his
line?
opening line. You ready for this opening line that changed all of online dating? You ready?
Change online dating.
Ready? He changed all of online dating with this opening line.
Watch it.
You ready?
Go, hold on, real quick.
Watch it.
No. I'm going to let it go right now because the tension is built. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
Change all of online dating. This opening line. You ready?
Yeah.
You like nachos?
No, it's hey, fill in the blank. Her name. Do you like nachos?
That's worse.
Nah, trust me. It's
Hey, fill in the blank.
It's personalized with their name,
Yeah.
so they know you did just in copy and paste, and then it's a question that everybody responds to. It's like almost 100% response rate.
I got 0% response rate from that. I literally
it-
did not get one response.
Well,
from
you
that.
said it was a bad bitch, and she probably was like vegan or some bullshit. So
Nah,
She
even
got
they-
She
turned
could have
off.
said no. I don't like nachos, and also
Yeah.
they make vegan nachos.
Here's the thing
yeah,
about
but then I
opening
wouldn't
lines.
talk to him.
Any opening
Fair.
line
If they
you
like that.
isolate is gonna sound so fucking whack. Every opening, you're like, this is what I open with. Everybody can be like, you fucking, that's trash.
My shit hot. My shit hot. Okay, I'll let you start
That's solid.
because I just started. Dumbass. You don't even know. You don't even know. Nobody giving no fuck about nachos and my
Got
shit.
okey doke, bitch.
You got the okie. Real talk. Okay, I'll let you start. The
Okey
pressure's on.
Nah, that's good.
It's a hot
that is-
line.
that
Hot
is
line.
good.
You know what I mean?
You fixed it from the wave.
I made
'cause
it a
that
hot
wave-
song. The wave.
That
the
wave was trash.
like it wasn't trash.
That wave did not work.
This was the wave. It was you gotta like me. The wave was you gotta really like me.
Yeah.
The wave is I don't want to impress anybody. The wave
Yeah,
is,
I'm giving minimal effort, and if you really like me, reach out. Okay, I'll let you start.
Yeah, so you're going to get all the desperate bitches.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what you want?
No, that's what the wave was about.
Yeah, so the wave, the only girls that respond are the desperate ones.
Not desperate. There's a difference between desperate and like you. On Raya, no one's desperate.
Oh, that's true.
Right?
But I mean, they all do still.
On
Women still
Raya, I'm
control.
competing with fucking celeb actors and shit
Who's
like
the
that.
most famous actor you heard of being on Riot? Actor.
Is this like breaking code if you start naming names?
Nah.
Oh.
What's that guy from Friends? Chandler.
Oh, shit.
shit.
He be asking for nudes all the time. Like
That's the most. Oh,
Yeah. That's respect.
But like mad models, like all these models you see, the Victoria's Secret bitches, all that kind of shit are all in Riot. Like I see all these little actress chicks, all of them are in Riot.
all of them lonely.
Anyone that's single in public is on Riot. Now, I got a sneaking suspicion that the Riot company pays certain people just to be on there because matching with them
Bruh.
It's
Yeah,
like for
no
me,
problem.
let's say I own a dating app, right? And I'm trying to make it for anybody who's listening right now. Raya is this like dating app for like entertainment folks and like people that are pseudo famous or whatever, and
Famous to quasi-famous.
famous or quasi famous, right? So if I'm owning this company, I'm gonna go, yo, let's just pay Adriana Lima to be on the app.
You gotta break bread though.
Wait for it. Adriana Lima, you don't gotta like nobody's picture. You don't gotta do nothing. We just gonna throw it up. We'll make your profile for you, right? If you're single in the real world, while you're single, we'll pay you X amount a month because a kid like Andrew Schulz going through this app comes across Adriana Lima. Even if I don't match with you,
The app seems official.
the app is
The app
official.
is official. Now, I think you'd have to break bread. They could do it, but they'd have to, and it'd be worth it, but they'd be coming up off
So
of
check
loot.
it. Would it not be the cheapest? Would it not be the least amount of work for that person? Like if you're already single and you're known as single in the public eye,
Yeah.
dating apps are not a taboo thing. Now, people listening right now who are a little bit younger, you weren't around at the time where people were embarrassed to admit that they were on dating apps.
Yeah.
Like there was a time where people, you go, how'd you guys meet? And they go, dating app.
Yeah.
They felt shame. Like at comedy shows, this would happen all the time.
Yeah.
Now meeting someone in person is like meeting someone on a dating app back in the day. It's shocking that you can meet
Yeah.
somebody even
Yeah.
in person. So if I'm running that company, bruh, first thing I'm doing, I'm paying top tier
Yeah.
hot athletes. What's a smoking hot athlete? Some of these tennis hoes that are fucking hot. Wozniak, what is she hot?
No, I couldn't come up with a name, but I wanted to name a dude just like in the middle of this intense. What's a hot athlete? And I'm
Nadal.
just like
Rafael
Adrian Peterson.
Nadal.
Okay,
Adrian
yeah.
Peterson.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I would do that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If I'm Rafael Nadal.
First of all, you don't even gotta pay the dudes. The dudes will be on there no matter what.
Yeah.
Like dudes are gonna be on there to
you
get
throw
some
your
pussy no
money
matter
at
what.
Adriana Lima, and then Rafael Nadal will come on. You know what I mean? Let's see what's up.
It's no different than
I remember
admission is free for ladies
I
at the
remember
club.
a bitch matched with Neil Brennan back in the day on Tinder, and
Yeah.
I was like, "It's sad for Neil."
Wait, how could you tell?
She told me, but somebody we both know,
But here's the thing with that, like,
and she was honest. She wasn't the type. You liked her, was a friend of ours, but like, she was just. You were on a show.
you thought Neil could do better.
I was just like, yeah, and I was like, why Neil on fucking Tinder? Mariah gives you, if you're a dude, there's no like air of like, you can't even fuck regular girls in real life.
See, you still got an antiquated view of dating.
I never did dating apps. I never did.
I know. You never did dating.
You right?
It's not like you were out there dating in real life.
Oh, a couple days. IG DMs.
Total, right? But even IG is no different than a dating app.
I know.
So it's the same shit. That's just how motherfuckers meet. Now that it's commonplace, yo, you saying when you're single for single months, if someone's like, yo, we'll give you 10 grand a month, all you got to do is just have your profile live on the app. It's free money.
They probably doing that. We just don't know.
I bet you they're doing
I'm
it.
pretty sure.
It's a great move.
Bet you
doesn't
they're
sound
doing
like
that
Great
shit.
move.
And it qualifies the whole thing. If you want an app where you could potentially get Adriana Lima,
Oh yeah.
you could potentially get your famous.
What I heard about that back in the day, I don't know if this is still true, but it'd
What?
be like famous dudes and then like just some hot bitch.
Oh, yeah, you heard that from me.
I think I heard it from another comic, but yeah. who was
No,
on it
you didn't.
also.
I'm the only comic you know that's on that app.
No.
100%. Yeah.
You're not even the first comic I know on that app.
Who?
Yasser was on it back when he was single.
Man, come on. Let's be honest. Come on. Zai. Let's be. Come on. Zai. Not even. You crazy. What I would always say about it is. Come on.
Why is this so important to you?
Stop it.
To be the first comic on Riot.
Stop. It ain't important to me, but like, stop it.
He was first, fam.
Nah, he wasn't.
That's
first.
who I found out about it
No,
from.
I remember distinctly telling you this, how like it's a perfect dynamic of like human value. Remember, I was like,
I don't remember none of this shit. I'll be honest with you.
I've said this, that it's just like, it's successful dudes and hot chicks.
Mm.
So think about how successful the guys on that app got to be.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I know it does. Because I sold you it. Why can't you give me my fucking, you know what, fuck it, I don't need credit from you. I know what I said.
I don't believe you didn't say it. You weren't first. That's all. It's weird how much you need to be first.
That's something
Ain't
I
that
value.
weird?
That is
That's
weird.
something I value.
Yeah, clearly. I see
Like
that.
imagine You know what you're doing to me right now? Yasser is Christopher Columbus, and I'm Amerigo Vespucci. Do you know what I mean? And we out here celebrating Yasser's birthday, and I'm like, motherfucker, I was swiping right way before this dude.
But I'm
like,
telling you weren't.
I was though. I was. Like, you don't even know. You didn't even know about these types of things. Yasser was on Bumble. Yasser's on Bumble. Yasser on Bumble. I'm sorry, I hate to break it to you. Yasser don't even have blue checks.
Yasser got blue checks.
No, he don't. They took it away. They took it away, bro.
Yo.
They did. They took that shit away, bro. For real.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
In all seriousness. They don't know. Like, that's it. He looked like Dumbledore. That's the only Harry Potter reference I got.
Dumbledore, old white man.
Yeah.
Yasser, a black Palestinian.
That's what he is.
Yeah.
He's Palestinian?
Half black, half Palestinian. Yeah.
Who?
Yasser. Like Yasser Arafat.
Oh, but I thought it's just a regular Arabic name. A lot of people can name that.
Man, I don't know.
You don't know a lot of shit.
He half
You
Palestinian.
definitely don't know time. Because your boy got second, but you trying to take away from Schultz. You know what I mean?
First on Riot is not a big
Son,
deal, fam.
first. Always
It's all
first.
right.
Always first. Always
Is
first.
that why you come so fast?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Make sure you first out here.
Andrew's like the dudes in the comments.
First. First. That's how I am in bed. Yo, that's what you gotta yell. That's what you gotta yell when you're about to bust. First.
Can you imagine racing a bitch?
Hold on. Imagine.
No, but like
Y'all talk about imagine.
No, but like she in on it instead of like ending up wildly disappointed.
Yeah, she in on it. That's morning sex for me. We ain't stretching this out. The second I had morning sex the other day.
That's weird.
Her face is
Morning sex
towards
takes me
her
longer.
face is towards a pillow, right? You know, because I don't be fucking with. I don't fuck with like face to face the breath.
The breath, yeah.
Son, she went, and the breath hit off the pillow and reverberated back to my face. I said, first! I got the fuck out of there, son. I got out of there quick. I had to get out of there quick, bro. Nah, we can't stretch that out. I got gum by the bed for morning sex.
Got what?
I got gum by the bed for morning sex. I will click clack out my retainers. I take my Invisalign out. Click clack, click clack. That's how girls gotta know it's fuck time in the morning. If I take the retainers out and I'm still laying in bed, you know how like girls do that move where they like rub their butt up against your dick?
Yeah.
That's my the butt against the dick.
Why can't you fuck with retainer though?
Say what?
Why can't you fuck with retainer though?
So I could be like, this feels so good. This feels so good right now. Oh, yes, it's so
you
good.
only sleep with those?
Say what?
You only sleep with those?
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know how that works. I thought you walk around with that all day.
Nah, after
Son,
you're
how much
done,
time I spent with you?
No, I didn't know retainers fuck up your. I don't have dental care. It's all natural, baby.
he do got good teeth.
I got good teeth.
He do, except for one. He got two teeth that are stacked on top of each other like a fucking great white
No.
shark.
That's how great I am. That one of the
Very
babies
much
didn't
good
want to
reference.
leave.
I didn't get it at first, but I had to think about it. Fucking shark mouth.
He does have a layer. Look at it. Show
Yeah.
Akaash your layer.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
That's
you see
wild.
it?
I still got a baby too.
That's wild. Get
Yeah.
that shit pulled, bro.
Nah, why? It's still in there strong. He don't want to go.
But why not just get it yanked?
Why?
Because it could shove the other shit out of alignment.
My smile is beautiful. But while we're on dating topics, dating sites.
Shut the fuck up, dog. What are you talking
Fucking
about?
Edding over here,
Yeah.
bro.
Nah,
right?
this is like a
Fuck.
this is a PSA for the guys because this girl put me on. There's an Instagram site. I don't know if this is new or not. That girls screenshot dudes that they went on dates with, like dudes who just like smash and leave them, like every guy.
Like rate my professor, but it's rate the date.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
like
yeah.
she saw like friends she knows like on that.
Oh,
page.
yeah.
Yeah.
That
Or
shit
whatever.
gonna get flooded. Remember when bitches tried to come out? What was it called? Lulu or something, where they would rate dudes on 1 to 10?
That's basically what he's.
That's what I'm saying. But that
describing.
shit didn't last. Neither will this.
Yeah,
Here's
but it's
the
not
thing.
just rating them. It's just
Guys,
they
guys,
only
guys.
put up bad guys.
Guys.
on there.
Women love hoes. You gotta understand. That's the best advertising. Women love hoes. If you're a dude and you're a hoe, they love you. They love it. So that website only helps the hoes. women say they're looking for some goody two-shoe guy who's saving his fucking for marriage or whatever that fucking gay shit you do. But that's not the reality. That's not what women are into.
Interesting.
They're not. You know what I mean? Nobody waiting for you, bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
Okay.
Yeah. Even your girl was like, I'm your first. Yo, your girl was like, you couldn't throw this dick in somebody else before me.
I don't think she thought that before. She probably does now.
She definitely did.
She probably does.
Dude, when you were
she
half
got
stroking
fucked,
her,
she was like, really?
Remember when you were on top and you were trying to put it in, but you couldn't, and she had to just be like, stop, hold on. And then she had to reach back down and insert it in herself?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when she was like, I wish you were a hoe.
Yeah. Can I point out
Take
one
your
thing?
bra off with one hand.
You see how I
you be
just
struggling with the bra like it's fucking
hate a
shoelaces.
motherfucking bra.
I
dog.
know
That
you
shit
do.
is a fucking
I
nemesis.
take that shit off like that.
You don't got the one hand moving there?
Son,
Nah, bro.
Oh,
I look
damn.
like I'm doing one of them lighters from the past. What's that shit
Zippo?
called? Zippo. That's how I take off a bra. Boom. That shit comes out. Boom. And then girls go, literally, when you take a girl's bra off with one hand,
Oh, they got
they
it.
look at you in the face like they're like, you a slut. I'm going to get an STD, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be worth it.
Can I point out one thing though? You see how I just took that, and you can't accept that you were the second person I knew on Raya. You see how I just
All right,
accept?
I'm the second person on Raya.
Second comic on Raya?
No, there's many more comics on Raya before me. I'm just busting
Oh, okay.
Akash's balls about that kind of shit.
Word.
Sorry to take the wind out of your sails.
I really did.
Hold on, I'll be more upset about it. No, I was really first. I was really first. Come on, it was just me. You know, it was me and Raya. You know.
You took all the
Was
fun
that
out of
good?
the episode.
Yeah, I know, right?
I know. You're really Alex in this episode right now.
The whole episode. The whole what? The whole entire
fuck.
episode. All right, but no. Let's discuss seriously. Your girl wishing that you had more sexual partners.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that's a distinct possibility.
Yeah.
That's a distinct possibility.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna just be bad at sex though.
How uncomfortable is sex for you?
What do you mean?
Like, do you know like where to put your legs when you do doggy style? Like, because you didn't even watch porn. Like, I bet you're one of those dudes that does doggy style and like the girl's legs are in between your legs.
Nah.
You go in between hers.
That ain't a bad move. You can do both.
Yeah, but you got short legs. That's why you do that. You need all the
Nah.
you need all the height you can get.
Nah, I got a long dick. That's why I can do that shit.
Well, that has nothing to do with
You
it.
should put yours inside hers because your shits are mad weak, and then when they start, you got
Buckling
hers
over,
as
you got
support
support.
system.
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
It wishes.
But you, for example,
Yeah.
any position, like you feel comfortable in all positions?
No, not any position.
What position is your least comfortable? What position do you feel least confident? What position does your little Indian dick slide out the most? Instagram it. Yo, for real. What position does your dick slide out the most?
Every position.
Real
really.
talk. No, be honest. Come on, seriously. Honestly, what position? I can tell you what position my dick slides out the most.
I don't know. I know. I don't.
What dick when you're about to what position when you're about to start doing it is part of your brain going like, all right, let's get through this.
That's pretty much all sex for me. Bro.
Come on, bro, stop doing I'm bad at sex shit. I'm talking about for real.
I can't just be bad at sex.
Yeah, but like I understand it. It's funny, but at the same time, I want you to genuinely tell me. Like for example, reverse cowgirl. When girls go reverse cowgirl on me, I have to hold my hands above their ass so that they don't go too. I give them a governor. You know how like a car, you know when a car can't go past 90 miles per hour? I be hitting them like the second, son, you know, because sometimes girls think it's a twerk video from Cardi, right? We not twerking out here. We twerk. You could twerk it. You're not going to add the K, okay?
Right.
Because if you go too far, it's going to come up and then it's going to come down, slam it. So what is your position where you get dick anxiety? Like it's going to
It's
slap
probably
out?
doggy.
What?
Son, you control doggies.
I know, but
This
Do you
guy's so-
understand the question?
Son, this guy's so bad at sex. You can't even control your own dick. Son, show me how you do doggy, because I don't even think you know. Yo, you don't know how, this is how Akaash do doggy.
No, I'm
Ready?
gonna be honest,
This
this
is
is
how
it.
Akaash do doggy, right? This is how Akaash doing doggy. Ready? Is this? It goes like this, and then he goes, all right, babe, throw it in. I'm ready, babe.
Get off the fucking table.
Get it, babe.
Yo, you know why I don't like it? Because everything is upside down, and I'm like,
What do you mean it's offside?
Akaash really might be horrible at sex.
So, but this is why we got to get into the
I'm
meat
not
of it.
good at it.
All right, hold on. How you not
Immediately-
good? It's the easiest position.
immediately-
You can see what you're fucking.
But
Everything else is
immediately
hidden.
when it's not the same way I look at it, I'm like, oh shit. Oh shit. I gotta get this right. If I get lost, this bitch gonna look at me like I'm crazy forever.
Hold on.
Oh, God,
You're in
this is
doggy.
hilarious.
You insert the dick.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
You sweating right now like you're about to do doggy.
Yeah, it's mad nerve wracking.
Look at
Thinking
your
about
fucking forehead,
thinking
bro.
about that shit.
Holy
makes me nervous.
shit.
You
Okay.
looking like me.
Yo, real talk. Real talk.
All right, go
All
ahead.
right. So you're in. She's bent over. You insert.
Right.
You hold her hips, right?
Right.
You know how long your dick is.
Yeah.
So when you pull out, you pull it out.
Mm-hmm.
When you have sex, like, do you take the dick all the way out and then put it back in every time? Okay, I'm just making sure. I'm making sure you understand.
when I got the chew, I do that.
Yo, yeah, that's like a fun little strategy,
Yeah.
right? But what if he thought sex the whole time was just to like enter, enter, like it was this
Real talk.
little salsa motion.
Real talk. I would never take it back out because I don't have the aim. I don't have the
get it back
accuracy.
in.
I'm just like,
Okay.
yo,
So you
leave
know,
this shit here.
You know when your dick is gonna fall out.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So why don't you just pump close so it doesn't fall out? Why are you trying to long stroke?
Long stroke is more fun.
But do you
for
have
me.
length for that? You might not have the length for that.
For the long stroke?
Yeah.
That's typically. I mean, I probably don't, but that's what I be doing.
So I'm confused as to why this is hard. Do you understand it, Alex? Because everybody right now is listening and they're picturing Akaash having sex with his girl, and they cannot fathom how in doggy style your own dick could fall out a lot. I can understand, like, if you're just going at it super fast.
No, I don't. It doesn't fall out a lot. I just don't particularly. Well, first, we only did it a couple times. She didn't really seem to enjoy it, so that
Right.
that already gets me in my head.
She didn't enjoy it more. She didn't enjoy it less than usual.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay, good.
Correct.
So it's a lesser of two evils.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was communism.
Over socialism.
Yeah. It's like.
I got a socialist dick.
Exactly.
I got a socialist dick. No, she actually. She seems to enjoy the regular
Regular's
sex.
mish.
Yeah.
That's missionary.
Yeah, commish. And other stuff when it's like getting real experimental, not as much. So I'm already like, fuck
Wait,
that.
what are you experimenting in?
I mean, just not experimental, just not missionary.
Right. Like, for
Less
example.
traditional methods.
Like, what about reverse cowgirl? Do you ever do that?
Done that.
And?
She didn't seem to enjoy it as much.
No.
No.
What is she?
I think he's talking about pegging.
Wouldn't that be some shit? If I was like, she don't like missionaries, so she just pegs me.
That would be dope.
Dude, how do you not understand doggy style? I'm confused with doggy style. Doggy style is the finishing touch. I always finish doggy.
You do multiple positions in one section? Are you crazy? Are you fucking crazy? Fam, I'm in and out like a rest area.
Bro. Yo, Akaash is really like a Hasidic Jew. Like, this guy, like, lives in his own world, bro. Welcome
Yeah.
to the real shit. You
Yo,
can watch some porn, dog.
Do you also do the sheet with the hole cut in?
Yo,
No.
Real talk,
we
bro.
do that. We do that for their face.
dude, you're... Dude, have you not looked into your culture that is known for inventing all these
Kama
crazy
Sutra
sexual
is-
positions?
Yeah, the Kama Sutra is wild though. It's like just a bunch of made up sexual positions.
Nah. You can do them.
You done them?
You can do a
all
lot of them,
but
not
I've
all
done
of them.
a
Yeah.
few of them.
I seen a copy. I opened up to a random page and I was like, ain't nobody putting fucking one leg behind their head and whatever else.
Oh man.
I mean, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go through some shit. Okay, so doggy, she doesn't like.
Mm-hmm.
Reverse cowgirl, doesn't like.
Not doesn't like, but doggy was her least favorite, I think.
Okay. What about just regular, she's on top?
That's all right.
Okay. Have you ever tried it where she's on top and then you're laying down, right? Her body is straight up. Okay? Like, for example, she's sitting on you like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you are laying flat down. Okay? You
Facing
understand what
me.
I'm saying?
Facing me.
She's sitting on you like that,
Yeah.
but her back is straight.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's
Then what you do?
That's reverse cowgirl, right?
No. Reverse cowgirl is the other way. Her back is facing you.
Right. Okay,
Now her
so-
face is facing you.
Okay, yeah.
That's just riding the
Yeah,
dick,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Then what you do is you take your hands and you put them underneath her legs and then wrap them around. Get your hooks in.
Mm-hmm.
Keep her down.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds a little crazy, but
Okay.
and then just rock her. Rock her.
Okay.
Don't bounce it. Don't anything.
Mm-hmm.
Dick's all the way in. Rock back and forth. Squirt position right there.
Really?
Guaranteed
I gotta
squirt
try that one.
position. If she's capable of squirt, guaranteed squirt position. But her back's got to be straight. She can even lean back a little bit. But if she's leaning forward towards you, it's not going to hit it. Because what happens is your dick is facing this way, and it's going to touch the inside of her pussy, like this, the G-spot part, essentially. And it just rubs back and forth.
Oh, okay.
That's squirt position.
All right. Noted.
Yeah, see, I can only do that with my hands.
With your fingers, yeah.
AndrewSutra.
It's recreate. This is it. This is it.
Noted.
Yeah.
Try
All
some
right.
shit tonight.
Noted.
Second on Raya. Who's got the last laugh now? Yes, sir. Free Israel.
Oh man, we should just cut that part and then get us some sponsorship.
Yo, but for real though. Okay, I'm really interested to like learn about your sexual progress.
Okay.
Go home and try.
All right.
Do you do a little pat on the bum? Do you do a little pat on the bum?
Boom.
Yeah.
Do you do a little pat on the bum?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but you'll only do that one position for sex. How long does sex last for you?
Nothing wrong with this question, bro. I went 7 pumps the other day. That shit was rough.
Nah, it varies. There is no answer. Sometimes that shit is pretty quick, and sometimes that shit goes.
And do you like do anything to make it last longer?
Sometimes it goes long enough that I'm like, I gotta get this shit over with.
You got a nut.
I got things to do.
And then what do you do to get that nut when you need that nut?
I don't know. I tried different things. I'd be experimenting. Typically, long stroke works better than.
Really?
Yeah.
Any position?
Yeah, we go missionary normally.
You don't throw in the dog to get that nut? That's the guarantee. Alex, am I making sense here?
I'm to the point I just like make them feel bad and be like, oh, I'm done.
Really?
Yeah. Like they feel, they feel horrible about themselves when they don't get you to come, and I'll just be like, nah.
Oh, I'll feel embarrassed.
I don't give a fuck.
Really? That's
Yeah.
interesting.
It does make them feel worse.
Yeah, they feel horrible.
Definitely.
Because the easiest thing is to make a dude come.
And they didn't do that.
Yeah.
How often would you say that? You'll
Not
say that?
often, but I
What about if it's your girl?
Nah, never.
You'll
fake it.
Find a way to nut.
I'll fake it.
What about if you're hitting it from the back? You don't go to the back? That's not your go-to position?
No, I don't really. It's rare because usually if a girl's my girl, we have great sex that I don't really have that problem. But like with new ones and we just don't have a good sexual chemistry or whatever, I'll just be like, I'm done.
Wow.
Especially the first times when I hit them with that, then they have to like feel that they need to like prove it to me, and they're like trying to be like an extra slut.
What do they say afterwards?
No, they'll be like, "Oh, was anything wrong?" They'll be like, "Nah, just wasn't feeling it."
Dude, that is so true because the girl that made me come on my face,
Mm.
the first time we had sex, she thought I didn't come. She thought I faked it.
Mm.
And then next time we had sex, I came on my face. So
And I
she
bet
must
she
have done
was
something.
she went crazy. That
Dude,
it's like,
something
yeah,
must have happened, dude.
that shit worked.
And you came both times,
I did come both
so
times.
you really won.
Yeah, I guess I did. Okay,
I
whatever.
don't know.
Enough
He's
about,
forever
enough
the
about
comedian who came on his face. So
Oh, I'm totally fine. Totally comfortable with that. Totally comfortable with that. Okay, Akaash,
What up?
I know you're ready to get out of this sexual conversation. I can feel your body tensing up.
Right.
The discomfort is obviously showing. Do you think your girl's going to listen to this Patreon up?
I wouldn't.
I thought the only reason why we were talking about this was because
Because she's listening or she's not?
not.
I doubt she's listening. I mean,
We've had conversations where it's basically like at this point, it's better if you don't listen to the podcast.
that's smart.
Yeah.
That's like a very smart thing
Yeah.
to do.
I never want to hold out on the patrons, but Indians just grow up not talking about sex.
Yeah, but now we have to break that mold.
All right, listen, I'm talking about it. It's just
Indians also grow up not moving to Secaucus in their 30s.
Indians be doing that.
Nah.
Yes, they do.
Nah.
Indians be doing that.
They
You ain't-
start there.
You ain't been to my apartment.
They start there.
Nah, mad Indians.
Who?
in their
Where'd they
30s.
move from? They went from Manhattan to Secaucus.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe they went.
Come on now. Come
Listen,
on now.
I'm gonna be honest with
Indians
you.
don't be moving back.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
When we have families, we not staying in Manhattan. It's too expensive.
not
It's not
necessarily
financially
bad.
sensible.
Just out of curiosity, how many kids you got? Just out of curiosity, how big's your family?
Just my girl.
Just how big's your family? I just want to know.
It's two. It's
Two.
me and her.
Yeah. So that's an Indian thing.
Okay, they don't see what we're getting at, but no.
I see. Thanks for derailing. can't even be the butt of the joke. Can't even be the butt of the
I've
joke
been
for
the
the
butt of
people.
the joke this whole time.
Technically,
That was rough.
this has not been a butt of a joke. This has been an educational experience. Okay, we haven't been teasing you at all. This is
Oh,
real.
fuck.
This is serious shit.
All right, word.
Okay. I think that we ought to talk about some sports.
Deportes.
We can talk about.
You want to talk about your Soldier Boy interview everybody's talking about?
Wasn't my Soldier Boy interview.
Well, the Soldier Boy episode. Brilliant Idiots. Multiple comments on Patreon about how good
about
the
oh
Brilliant
yeah,
Idiots
we had an
episode was.
amazing for all the patrons listening right now. We had a wild episode.
Before
on Brilliant
sports, I want to talk about what you brought up: the Breakfast Club and Joe Rogan.
Idiots. Oh yeah.
And you had a point that I didn't hear.
There's really two platforms right now that an interview on them can turn into a national news story, and it's the Breakfast Club and it's Joe Rogan. Those are the only two that consistently an interview turns into a national news story. Right? We saw it with
Elon Musk.
Soldier Boy. We saw it with Elon Musk. There's just nowhere else that happens.
In the Elon Musk episode, what made Soldier Boy, or what made got him in
Kanye.
trouble?
Yeah.
That was the beginning of everybody being like, yo, this guy gone fucking crazy.
Yep.
He's smoking weed in the podcast.
Yeah.
Yep.
This guy crazy.
Yep, absolutely. And it's just amazing that, like, if that doesn't already show you that TV's done, like, I don't know how many times I got to say, well, I understand if you tell people things that doesn't resonate, you have to show them. But this is my version of showing you,
Yeah.
right? This is proof that TV's done. The reason TV's done is not only because people aren't watching it, it's just they don't value it. It's not valued how it used to be.
Not how it used to be. There is value. We talked about this with my VH1 show. There's value in people saying, oh, he was on TV.
Antiquated value.
There's still something to it, though.
No, it's only something to old people. Young people don't care about your VH1 show. Frankly, young people don't know what channel VH1 is. So the older people.
VH1 was always for old people. I get that.
No.
But, like,
No.
Meaning, what I'm trying to tell you is, like, it's just, it doesn't mean anything to them. Do you know? Like,
I am curious about that because I know TV, at least in this business, still has a cachet. Not that I know TV it's a dinosaur. It's
how do you
dying.
define cachet?
There is a weight to, oh, this guy's got a show on TV. Netflix is probably heavier, so I'm in my mind I'm including Netflix's TV, which I
Much
shouldn't.
heavier.
But this guy's got a show on HBO means something.
I don't know if it does anymore compared to.
Andrew still does.
No.
Like a little bit. Because VH1, for example,
Put it
people
this
on
way.
Love and Hip Hop, once they're on there, they can go do appearances.
But
And
that
even
has-
though it's very little.
But that has nothing to do with TV. That has to do with the channel, the thing that they're on.
but
So
it's
Love
on.
and Hip Hop, the franchise,
Yeah.
is bigger than VH1, the channel.
Yes.
So they're leaning on the equity of the franchise. What this is what TV is bigger than. TV is bigger than Jonathan, who just has a YouTube channel and posts something on YouTube.
Okay.
Right.
TV is not bigger than Joe Rogan, who has a YouTube channel and posts something on Joe Rogan.
Interesting.
TV is not bigger than Breakfast Club that has a YouTube channel and posts something on Breakfast Club. And the proof of that is no TV interview is getting that global traction that Breakfast Club and Joe Rogan do consistently. Prove
okay,
me
fair
wrong.
enough. Consistently, maybe. I
Prove
think we're
me wrong.
splitting hairs because I think I don't know that you're necessarily right now at this moment. I think very soon, yes. I think we're trending heavily there. But like Jimmy Fallon rubbing Trump's hair, and that's not consistent. But like that was the thing that fucked Jimmy Fallon. Like
So-
this is the moment that went viral.
I
Now-
think. Oh, you can finish.
Go ahead. The virality of these clips is carried by the internet. That is undeniable.
Now that clip
yeah,
is seen by all these people on what?
online on the internet. Exactly.
On what YouTube channel?
Jimmy Fallon.
YouTube channel.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
SNL. Nobody watches.
It's all about the YouTube.
SNL clip comes on.
And that was Fallon's brilliance was just make shit we can put on YouTube that will go viral on YouTube.
Sure.
That's all we need.
Sure.
That I don't like Fallon. He was the guy that saw that. You're right. I do think there is a certain Girls was what 5-6 years ago, but Girls, that shit. Oh my god, HBO show changed everything. The
But it didn't.
perception of this bitch.
But it didn't. That's just here in New York and LA. Nobody watched Girls. The biggest illusion of Girls was that it was a popular show. And the way that that illusion was kept up is that the people that did watch it happened to write for the New York Times or the Rolling Stone. The quote-unquote right people watched the show. If your show is watched by all the bloggers that exist in a vacuum, you can create buzz,
Right.
right?
Right.
For example, if Black Twitter loves Insecure,
Right.
it doesn't matter how many people watch it, because when you go on Twitter that night and everybody's doing memes and I'm team whatever, I'm team Issa, whatever, that kind of shit, you create the same illusion that goes on when people are outraged about fucking pronouns or shit, but the rest of the world really doesn't give a fuck. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like fake outrage exists with political stuff and TV shows.
Right.
So the same thing happens. It's creating a buzz that isn't justified by numbers.
Right.
So what I'm saying is, I think how we got to this conversation was that, like you said, TV has the same cachet. It does to old people who are grandfathered in. Young people do not care about it.
I'm curious. I don't necessarily disagree. I am curious though.
What-
'Cause
what-
I think
what is
there
your
is still
curiosity?
like, oh, they have a show on TV. Even if I'm not gonna watch it, they might go, oh, he has a show on TV. Where can I watch it online? I could see that. But oh, he has a show on TV. I still think because everybody and their fucking mom
it's not
has
valueless.
a web series.
It's not valueless.
Okay.
I didn't mean that.
Perfect.
What I'm trying to say is, like, what's happening with TV is what's happening with TV is it's becoming the internet without even realizing it. Where the channel brand has no value.
Okay.
For example, people don't go, yo, she's got a show on VH1. They go, she's on Love and Hip Hop. Because Love and Hip Hop is more valuable
Right.
than VH1.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Yo, he's on Game of Thrones is more valuable.
That was the one exception I
Then
think is
HBO.
I think HBO is the one exception. And here's what I was actually just about to put together.
Respond to what I just said first.
I disagree about Game of
Yeah,
Thrones.
I
I agree about
disagree.
Love and
Real
Hip Hop.
quick. You think HBO's value is more than Game of Thrones?
I think Game of Thrones isn't as big if it's not on HBO.
But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about which has more value, the Game of Thrones brand or the HBO brand.
You're looking at it now, but when it first started,
We live in the now. The past is dead. We have to live in the now.
But
We're talking about now.
One hand washes the other.
We're just talking
Hold
about
on.
now.
Hold on, though. I think I have a show on HBO is just as big as I'm on Game of Thrones.
So here's my question. Why is it that when Game of Thrones comes out, it gets 25 million viewers,
Because it's good.
and these other shows on HBO don't get shit and get 300,000?
Because that's the show we like on HBO.
Right. And when you like it, it takes on a whole new value.
I guess couldn't you always say that? Couldn't you say Friends was bigger than NBC back in 2002 or whatever, 1995?
Yeah, like any
Because
big show,
Friends
you
got
can say that about.
100 million people, and then
No, never got 100 million.
whatever the
people,
fuck.
but
I'm exaggerating.
it
for
got
effect.
Game of Thrones numbers. Yeah, it was getting
Yeah,
big. Maybe
yeah.
less, but still.
Massive numbers.
Yeah.
Back then there was less channels. It was getting massive numbers.
Sure.
I want to say like 20 million was a pretty normal episode.
Sure.
And then Mad About You or whatever the fuck is getting 2 million.
Sure.
But Friends isn't bigger than NBC.
Sure.
Unless, and whatever.
Sure.
Anyway,
I think the
we're getting off
discrepancy
point.
was much smaller between brand
fair.
and thing.
I think we're splitting hairs.
No, we're having a discussion.
No, but this is the one thing
So,
I'm trying
yeah.
to say. The reason I think TV has value is because it is still a filtration system where everybody can have a YouTube series, whatever.
Right.
These people only have a select number, so they say, oh, he has a show on HBO. HBO only buys like 5 shows a year. In their mind, they're like, okay,
Right.
he has a show on HBO. Can I watch it on HBO On Demand?
Yeah.
Can I watch it online?
Yeah.
That's where we're watching everything.
Right.
Only where we're seeing stuff.
Right.
But there's still that, for that reason, I think TV gives you some merit
Right.
because they're selective.
Because there's less there.
Yeah.
Sure. What I would say to you is that none of these kids have TV.
Correct.
So there's no value in something they can't see.
No, the only value is, oh, they have merit in my mind because of that. But I'm gonna watch it online for sure.
Sure. And a lot of them won't watch it online because nobody's watching True TV online.
Right.
No one's watching Comedy Central online.
Right.
So what I'm trying to say is like there was a time where you could say I have an HBO special,
And that shit meant something.
and now
I've not seen 5 minutes of Drew Michael's HBO special.
or
Michelle Wolf.
or
Michelle Wolf is getting big, but that's other stuff, I think.
Or
anybody.
David Spade also had one, or any of them.
What's the name of the girl we don't like? Amanda Seale's getting one.
So
Oh, y'all don't like Amanda?
We know her. We knew her before she was famous.
yeah, I'm impartial.
He didn't like her first. That's why I don't like her.
Yeah, I mean she wasn't nice to me, but I've realized that like, you know, people have bad days, they have good days.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't
No, I don't
If
have
my
a
homie
relationship
didn't like somebody,
with him,
that's it for me.
respect. So now if someone goes, he has a Netflix special, what does that mean?
Oh, that's got cachet.
So what I'm trying to say is TV channels,
Right.
their cachet has decreased.
Yes, absolutely.
We're on the same page
100%.
with that. Internet channels,
Yeah.
and Netflix is an internet channel,
Yes.
their cachet is
Skyrocketing. Not even increased. Skyrocketing.
right. So a YouTube channel
Yep.
is operating in the same way as that. So, for example, a Netflix comedy special is akin to a Joe Rogan interview for a
Right.
professor.
Right.
Hey, you're a professor of psychology or some
Yeah.
shit, and you have a new book coming out, and you do Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
That's like doing Oprah back in the day. Son, when you did Oprah,
Yeah.
you were on the bestsellers.
Word. I was going to say Daily Show, but maybe even Oprah.
Oprah,
Oprah, yeah.
right? So it's like, that's what I'm trying to say is,
Yeah.
and is just, there was a time where there were so few channels, TV channels out there, that just saying that you had something on it was just so rare, and that was the only place we could go for distraction, that it gave you immediate value. And now we're at a place where, I got a show on MTV. People still watch MTV?
Oh, yeah. This VH1 shit.
Right?
Whatever.
But doesn't matter, right? But it's just like, excuse me. To older people like us, we still look at a TV as this thing. Like, oh
Right.
shit, that happens a lot to fucking do there. These kids never had that connection with TV. They never experienced TV in its heyday.
Right.
They never experienced it like you and I and Alex watching fucking Martin or watching TRL and like
Yeah.
TV being this guiding
Stop
force.
down. Our schedule revolved around TV schedules.
It was the dominating force in our life. It was the mosque.
Dog,
It was literally the mosque 5 times a day. We're sitting there praying to this fucking TV.
there was something they used to call something least objectionable programming, which
Okay.
means I don't watch the show I love the most. I don't need to love a show to watch TV. I just watch the show that I hate the
The
least.
least.
Because that's what we did. We just
Right.
sat in front of the fucking TV all day.
Right.
And if there wasn't a show we loved, we would just watch the show we hated the least.
Right. That was the only source of distraction.
Yeah.
Right?
Now it's so many.
Now you can truly watch what you like.
Yeah.
And that might be, now you don't have to go to least objectionable viewing, programming. Now you can go to what I currently want to watch in this minute, be it an Instagram, be it an interview,
Right.
be it whatever. And now, instead of those channels having value,
Right.
programming itself has value.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Right? So MTV has zero value.
Right.
VH1 has, zero value. HBO even is really losing value.
Yeah.
Like there was a time where no matter what show came on HBO, I'm watching.
Right.
And I started watching the new True Detective. You guys should check it out. It's fucking good.
It's good?
With Mahershala Ali.
He's a fucking beast.
Dude, he's fantastic. He plays 3 different ages in it. And it's like fucking really, really good. And HBO is kind of smart. Did I discuss this with you guys yet?
No.
So I've had an idea, and I was like, how do you want to do 2 things.
Right.
If you're HBO, it's not about binging. It's about getting someone addicted.
Right. That's what they said. We're in the business of. We said we know people are sharing our HBO passwords. We don't care. We're in the business of creating addicts.
Yes. So, Alex, you may or may not have had a sordid past that involved the dealing of drugs.
No comment.
No comment. But let's say hypothetically you had,
Okay.
and you need to get somebody addicted to a drug.
Give him a sample.
Now, what if one isn't enough?
Give them, damn, what's it called?
I'll give you the thing you're looking for.
It's like
2.
give it to them and pay me back later.
No. I'm not talking about selling.
Oh,
I'm saying you give them 2. If 2 is enough, you give them 3.
oh,
If you're HBO, and this is what they did for the first week of True Detective, they gave the first 2 episodes away. Now, why that's smart is because we're used to binging. Now you let me watch 2. I would have given 3, but now you let me watch 2. If I watch 2, I'm hooked. 1, I might not be hooked.
Right.
2, you getting those hooks in.
Right.
Right? If you do 3, you
Yeah.
rocking back and forth like the girls on top. You got them fucking hooks in.
Right.
It's going to squirt.
Right.
That's really what's going to happen.
Right.
And I looked at it and I was like, ooh, HBO, you're kind of smart.
Yeah.
And this is what Netflix should take from HBO if they want to create weekly watching.
Right.
Because the issue is with Netflix is this. You drop the whole season Friday. By Monday, we're done with it. By Wednesday, we're done talking about it. And then it's over.
Mm-hmm.
But if you drop 3 episodes Friday and it's a 10-episode season, you got 7 more weeks to own the conversation.
Right.
With my new special coming out in March, what am I doing? First Sunday, March 3rd, I'm dropping 2 parts, 6 parts. I drop 2 parts. Then every week I drop another part.
How long is each part?
Depends.
8 to 10-ish?
I think the first joke is quick, and the second one's probably 8 to 10.
Okay.
So, yeah. So the first joke might be 3 minutes. The second might be, 8 minutes or something like that.
How long is the total?
We're still in the edit right now, so I have to see what I'm going to take in, what I'm going to take out.
Any idea?
I know that there's 2 parts of it, right? The documentary part,
Yeah.
like that could probably be around 30,
Yeah.
and then the special, we'll see. I'm not sure.
The point I was going to get to earlier, though, and this is a point about your comedy network, when we had talked about, starting a comedy network, whatever, you have done this thing that is very smart, which is in the same way getting on HBO to people has merit. If someone, once you start putting out other people's content, once someone's video goes on there, oh, this guy's got merit, he's on Andrew's YouTube network, which is selective. It's not taking anybody. Because the internet, the problem, we talked about this with Netflix, everything. Netflix put out 700 seasons of original content.
Yeah.
It's too much. We need curators. We need somebody to say, here's what's good, here's what's not.
Yep.
That's what's the beauty of HBO. They put out dope shit.
They
We don't
curated
like
the
all of
content
it,
for us,
but
yeah.
they curate it for you. And
Yep.
you are curating. So now when someone gets on there,
Right.
oh shit, this has got to be good. It's got Andrew's cosign.
Right. Absolutely. What I'm trying to do outside of just curation is, how do I phrase it? I want to cut out the opinion pieces,
Right.
right? So, for example, Girls comes out and there's all these opinion pieces on it, how it's the show of the generation, this, that, the other, but people aren't really watching it,
Right.
right? I don't give a fuck about the opinion pieces.
Right.
What I want is a comedian to drop an episode or do not even an episode, but do a clip of unsafe sets.
Right.
And then I want that to go viral. And then I want them to hit the road and actually see people buy tickets to watch them.
Yes.
Because you can't pay your rent in articles about how good your show is.
Right.
That doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
There's a lot of actors that were on Girls that right now might have regular jobs again.
Yeah.
Right? The show is over. Now what you doing?
Alvin from Cosby and from the Cosby Show. Now the outrage cost him his residuals, which I think is fucked. But he working at Trader Joe's.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Right? So
Nothing
what is
wrong
his
with
name?
it, but it
Gregory
sucks.
Scott or
It's
something?
Gregory
No,
Owens.
Gregory Owens. So my feeling is if I can create a platform
Jeffrey
where
Owens.
Jeffrey Owens, yeah. If I can create a platform where motherfuckers are watching this stuff and then you can actually get a reaction that affects your career instead of just pats on the back, but I'm going for the stand-up fans on the internet.
Yeah.
This is where all comedy is going to be.
Right.
And I want to specifically focus on flagrancy. So if you're into flagrancy, I'm going to deliver you not only myself, but other comics that are
Right.
into the flagrancy.
Right.
And these are comedy fans.
Yeah.
These are fans that come see me.
Right.
So they want to come see live stuff. So when
Yeah.
you're in their city, they're going to come see you.
Yep. It's a beautiful thing.
That's the goal around it.
Right.
Whatever. We'll see what happens. But the Andrew Schulz, youtube.com/theandrewschulz. Go watch.
Piss. Baby bladder Akaash in the building.
Jesus Christ, man. How is this possible? We were just eating together.
That was at 3 o'clock, fam.
We finished eating. You took a shit right before we came down
It's
here.
7 o'clock. We got here at
He
5.
has some nerves. This guy shits 7 times a day, and he wants to complain about him having to pee. Like, seriously?
Hold on.
Like,
I thought you'd be on
seriously?
my side on this, so I'm a little taken back.
Yeah, no.
So, hold on.
We left the restaurant like 4:30.
We left the restaurant at 4:30, right?
Yeah,
It's
it's
6:45.
6:43. I got to piss.
So that's 3 hours you can go without doing. You took a shit right before we left the restaurant.
Yeah.
So you need it.
Yeah.
All right, go
I
do
think
it.
that's good.
Go do it. That's fine.
Normally 90 minutes. I stretched it.
What's that?
You guys want to take a piss break? Cause I
No.
gotta-
Why? Do you have to take a piss
Yeah.
too? All right, do it. Stop it.
Yeah, I thought he was on my side.
Motherfuckers. You see what they do? These pieces of shit. I'll just talk directly to y'all. I want y'all to man, I hope how do I say this? I hope that they don't take down the Boston episode. It's nice to say this right to the Patreon. What's up, everybody? Thank y'all for fucking with us and tuning in. But I put up a Boston episode of Dropping In. You guys know Dropping In. It's the travel series that I've been putting out where I go to these different cities. I do comedy in the city. I go experience the city, etc. So a while back with a production company, I shot an episode of this show that was a little bit more elevated. It was basically, the idea was to be Anthony Bourdain, but through the lens of comedy. So he looked at the city through the lens of food. I looked at it through the lens of comedy. You know, the vibe was like, instead of parts unknown, it was jokes unknown, etc. So we did this episode up in Boston. My manager and the production company were trying to sell the show. Nobody wanted to buy the show because everybody's an idiot and we're too far ahead of time. That's why we're doing shit ourselves, because if we could tell what's going to happen in the future, we might as well capitalize on ourselves, not convince these idiots to make money. So basically, they didn't sell it to anybody. And January 1st, we kind of worked some cool shit out with the lawyer so that the rights to sell it for them stopped January 2nd or some shit. So once we got the rights to sell it to ourselves, or sell it ourselves, I was like, fuck it. I'm dropping this shit on YouTube. So I asked them if they could hit us up with a version where I could just download it. And I didn't say I was going to put it up on YouTube. I don't know how long this thing is going to be on YouTube. They could fucking sue me. I don't know what's going to go on. I don't even want to put that out there in the world. All I'm saying is go check it out. I'm really proud of it. You know, it took a lot of work and took a lot of people to create this. This is not just the average vlog. This is a real beautiful show. And check it out on YouTube. It's youtube.com/theandrewschulz, the Boston episode. But it's really dope. And I had one of the most authentic comedy experiences I've ever had. I was at a show called Heckle Fest. And the premise of the show is the fucking audience, which is pretty much all comics, heckles you while you're on stage. And you got to fight back and forth with them. And they're funny as hell. Boston is always funny. It's just got this amazing sense of humor. It's part of the culture. It's part of the city. That's why all the funniest comedians are always from Boston. I mean, it doesn't matter what genre it is, right? You know, late night show host, Conan, boom. I think even Rogan is from Boston. What's it called? Black comic, Patrice O'Neal. White comic, Louis C.K., you know, Bill Burr. I mean, female comic, I think Sarah Silverman's from up there. It's just like any genre of comedy, you're going to find some from Boston at the top. And I really aim to like get to the bottom of that shit, figure it the fuck out. Anyway, so go peep that. We're going to keep on doing things over the channel. It's just exciting to see what's going on. I had this, I don't know how to express this to you guys, but I don't want to call it an epiphany or anything like that, but I just had this really cool moment of gratitude, as corny as that might sound. But I mentioned this before, but like outside of falling in love with like creating this stuff, it's like once you can appreciate you can appreciate the process of what you're doing and be fulfilled by the process of what you're doing, the success of it feels like icing on the cake. And if it doesn't succeed, it doesn't bother you because you really believed in it and enjoyed it. Like that Duval interview I did where I went down to the Bahamas, I'm so proud of it. I'm just so proud of it. You know, I don't care if 3 people listen to it. Thank God a lot of people found it and they got a lot from it. But like, it wouldn't bother me just because I'm so proud of the body of work. So right now, my only focus is to put shit out that I'm proud of. And as long as I'm proud of it, whatever happens with it, happens. You know, and weirdly enough, when I've had this attitude, not only do I feel more grateful, I feel like more joy about the process, but like, it seems like more people start fucking watching or listening. I don't know. That's just what seemed like happened to me. I don't know if any of you guys can apply that to your lives, but just this idea that like, if your joy comes from the process and not from the profit, if your joy comes from, you know, the love of actually doing that thing and not from seeing if people liked that thing that you did, there's way more joy. So try to apply that in somewhere. We got our pee break guys back so we can get back to the show.
Yo, they were cleaning the bathroom. We had to wait for mad long.
Oh, God, what a horrible, horrible thing you went through today.
No, I'm just saying that's why it took us longer.
Oh. Did it take you that long? I was just talking to the people. I was just talking to good people. Should we talk about some deportes?
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about this Dennis Smith trade that everybody called? You and Kaz both?
Yes.
So
yes, I would like to talk about this. Are they absolutely going to do it? Actually, real quick, can we talk about another prediction?
Yeah.
I'm good with my guard predictions. Today, we should probably talk about this as well on the regular episode, but I'm watching the end of the Raptors-Celtics game. Maybe it wasn't yesterday, 2 days ago, I forget. But and
yesterday.
It was yesterday?
Yeah.
So if you guys are listening to it, it will be 2. And I think the Celtics are up by 3 or 4 or something like that. You know, maybe 30 seconds left. Kyrie comes down, hits a 3, deep 3, right in Kawhi's face, seals the game for the Celtics.
Right.
He's so excited. He's pumping his fists. He's showing his jersey. He's tapping his back.
Yeah.
There's a shot of him by ESPN where he's in the foreground. He looks so excited. Marcus Morris or Markeith, whatever, one of the Morrises coming up to him, super excited.
Right.
But in the background, I noticed Jason Tatum. So I zoom in. And I was showing you this earlier, Akaash, but everybody listening at home, I zoom in, and this is right after a hard-fought win against the number 1 team in the league, by the way. The power rankings put Toronto at number 1 over the Warriors, which I think is absurd, but they still put them there. Definitely the number 1 team in the East.
Yeah.
Definitely your competition in the playoffs.
Correct.
Definitely a team that you have to worry about.
Yeah.
You just sealed the game. Great victory. Jason Tatum is looking upset.
Slump shoulders. If we can, is anyone
Head
Alex
down.
Put this picture up?
I sent it to the group chat, so maybe you could find a way to put it there. But slump shoulders.
Can I see Kyrie?
Yes. Slump shoulders, head down.
Oh, Kyrie celebrating.
Kyrie celebrating. Now, if this picture doesn't perfectly sum up what's happening with the Boston Celtics right here, and why Kyrie's been doing all this talking.
Right.
Clearly, and we all know, but it hasn't been said explicitly, but we all know, Kyrie is having issues with Jason Tatum. There's a power struggle.
Yes.
Jason Tatum is realizing how great he can be.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a young kid who probably is not filled with that much humility. Now, I'm not saying that he's a bad kid by any means. He's a young, hungry, competitive kid who's got alpha in him.
Yeah.
And when you have alpha in you, it's very hard to be beta. And you know who else taught us that?
Kyrie.
Kyrie.
And you know who taught both of them that?
LeBron?
Kobe.
Ah, fair enough.
I heard someone say that.
What if this is just Kobe's way of beating the Celtics again? Like, Kobe's like, no, I'm going to help these guys, but you're really just going to tear that team apart.
Oh, man.
That's how competitive Kobe
He do be
Bryant
helping
is.
mad Celtics. Remember he was helping Isaiah Thomas back in the day? When a lion is hungry for its prey, nothing bothers it. There's flies in its eyes, blah, blah, blah. He be helping mad Celtics.
Maybe his goal is really to be a mole. Maybe his goal is really sabotage. If that's the case, I have a lot of respect for the Black Mamba. He is a snake in the grass. And what color is the grass? It is green, my friend. He is trying to tear down that team.
Yo.
Wow.
Maybe.
This is incredibly interesting.
Tatum don't want to share the spotlight. Kyrie don't want to share the spotlight.
Kyrie's been vocal. He's been vocal publicly about it.
What did he say?
He was critical of his team. His team doesn't. He said this even beginning. He's like, I wish we had a veteran here
leader.
to show us how to do it. And then recently he was like, they just don't know how to, after Jason Tatum missed that game-winning shot and Hayward passed it to Tatum on the inbound play instead of Kyrie, who was in the backcourt. Kyrie goes, we have young players. I wish they knew what it takes to win a game.
Right.
I wish they knew what it takes to get us out of here.
Yeah.
Or et cetera. And just recently he came out. He's like, I should never criticize my teammates in public, but I had to call LeBron and I had to.
This is big.
He said I had to apologize for being
that young hungry kid who couldn't see
the bigger picture, et cetera.
I was so eager to have a team on my own that I didn't see.
And I wanted everything at my fingertips.
Yeah.
Now, who do you think he's talking about?
This is the world's longest subtweet. Wow. Twitter give you limited characters. A soundbite don't. You can just go.
Yeah, he's going right at Jason Tatum's
It's
neck.
not even a fucking question. You reap what you sow, fam. You reap what you sow.
So this is a little bit of payback for. This is a perfect example of what we've always been talking about. It's like you don't know what will make you happy until you have it and you realize it won't.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
It's like you wanted to be the leader of the team, the alpha, the person everybody goes to, and now you got the responsibility of that.
Yep.
It was nice when you were on the Cavs and all you had to do was give buckets to the other team, right? LeBron handled the personalities. He handled the egos.
Mm-hmm.
He handled how to line up on defense, how to line up on offense. You know,
How satisfied was LeBron when Kyrie called?
oh, absolutely. He should
Probably
have done
so
it on the shop.
condescending.
He should have said, "Come on the shop."
Oh, shit.
Absolutely, kiss the ring.
That's going to be a good shop episode. I feel like Kyrie's still going to go on there.
No, he wouldn't. I think he got too much of an ego to do that. I think it was humbling of him to admit it, but if you notice, he just admitted it as a way to take another dig at Jason Tatum.
Fair.
Right?
Fair.
Everybody's like, what a humbling moment. No, he's taking a fat shit all over Jason Tatum. Right? He's going, I was stupid. Look how stupid you are. Matter of fact,
I know because
he's
I
big.
was stupid once.
But Kyrie is bigging himself up here. Kyrie is going, I'm LeBron now.
That's a good point.
Nobody's
That's a
even
good
picking
point.
up on this. Kyrie's literally saying, hey, Tatum, I'm LeBron.
Yeah.
Treat me like LeBron. One thing about alphas, you can't tell them to respect you. You got to earn their respect.
Yep.
People don't have a problem leading. This is some real shit right here. Sorry, people don't have a problem following. They just want somebody worthy of it.
100%.
And Jason Tatum is looking at Kyrie on his team and saying to him, you are not worthy. You know who else feels that way? Gordon Hayward.
That's why he passed it to Jason Tatum.
You know who else feels that way? Jaylen Brown, who beefed with Morris. I bet you that was over some similar shit. Now you have the youth beefing with, I don't even want to call Kyrie old because he's still
27 or whatever.
young. But you see, there is some division on this
There's
team.
division. Definitely division. I don't know if Gordon Hayward qualifies as young either, but I'll tell you how this ends. Kyrie Irving wearing a Pelicans uniform.
Whoa.
That's how this ends.
Who's going? Wait, what?
'Cause
Wait a
you're going to try to make
minute.
a run at AD. You got too many pieces already on the Celtics. What's a great fucking trade piece for the Pelicans?
You'd have to do it right now.
You can't do it in the summer?
Well, no, because I think Kyrie is out after this year.
Oh, he's a free agent after this. You
I think
could
he's a free
theoretically
agent
do
after
sign
this
and
year.
trade. He wouldn't go to. Yeah, I would do it. The Pelicans might not do it because there's no guarantee Kyrie stays.
I don't think the Celtics want to re-sign Kyrie.
Yeah,
I
don't
think
they're gonna make a run at Davis, Tatum, Hayward, Davis.
it's stupid.
I mean, that team fits better than Kyrie.
And then
Hayward,
Scary
Davis.
Terry, all you need to do is just bring the fucking ball up and then pass it off.
Yeah.
I think Kyrie has realized that the rest of the team has turned on him, and he's pretty much the last person. You know what he is? He's a king that doesn't know that there's a coup happening. Right?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
chilling in his palace, having a bubble bath,
Yeah.
hitting game winners.
Right,
And right outside the palace, the army's lined up,
ready to roll.
ready to roll. And they sent you little warning signs. Like when Hayward threw that pass to Tatum, that's the warning signs like, hey, there's a change in leadership going on over here. We not fucking with you. And this little victory is going to give him a little bit of clout. He's going to be able to walk around the locker room. And that's probably why Tatum's head is held low. Tatum's going, I got to listen to this
annoying.
motherfucker talk about how he's a veteran and veterans know what's going on and da-da-da-da. But they're checked out. And Brad Stevens doesn't have the clout. He doesn't have the respect to get them back on board. There's a power vacuum going on in Boston right fucking now, man. You want to know something crazy? I'm not shocked if Kyrie goes to LA.
That would be fucking wild.
It would be putting his tail between his legs.
Wait a minute, hold on. He got too much pride to go on the shop, but not too much pride to go to the Lakers?
I think it would be after the season, and I think it would be after humbling defeat in the playoffs, and it would be after Brad Stevens made it clear in the playoffs, we are not operating through you. We are operating through our alpha scorer, which is Jason Tatum.
Yeah. What about the Knicks? What about the Nets?
I think that there's opportunity with the Knicks, but the Knicks' first priority is the tank and KD.
Yeah.
Real quick, the Knicks tank. Knicks are taking tanking to another level. They've literally taken tanking to another level. Did you see the thing I tweeted?
I saw Kaz. Yeah, I saw Kaz retweet it.
Oh, did he retweet it?
When it's 199 and they foul?
No. No. This is how you know Knicks taking tanking to another level.
I like how they're playing.
Turkey has just declared Enes Kanter as a terrorist, and they want to extradite him. And Knicks fans are looking at Zion like, we don't support terrorism out here in America, bro. We don't negotiate with terrorism. You might have to get the fuck out of here, Enes.
Yo, you go to your promised land. We got our own. It's Zion.
It's Zion, baby. We need some Zion.
Oh, fuck.
We need some Zion. If we had to sacrifice Enes Kanter to Turkey to guarantee the number one pick, it would be the easiest decision I made that day. If I found out the next day, oh, there was an accident in a prison and, Enes Kanter ended up dying, whatever. Tragic. Do you know what would be more tragic? Getting the number 2 pick in the draft.
Getting
and
R.J. Barrett?
Fucking Cam Reddish or whatever his name is. I don't even like his fucking name.
It's a terrible name.
Reddish.
Let me ask you this.
Reddish. Sounds like one of those light-skinned black chicks with the freckles.
Why
Reddish.
Those are cute ones. The red bones?
I didn't say they weren't cute, but that's what I would call them. She's a reddish. Yeah.
She's a reddish.
Yeah.
Jesus.
She's a reddish.
Wait, but why
That's what the next spinoff for Blackish is going to be. Reddish.
It's Malcolm X's family.
And then they got the R. Kelly one, Youngish.
No, that's younger.
Patreon.
What you're saying?
Why would Enes Kanter be a terrorist? This guy's in the NBA. First of all, he don't got time to plot nothing.
Yeah, but think how big the suicide vest you could fit on him. Like, you wouldn't even need the airplanes to go into the building, right? You just, Enes, do me a favor, walk up to the 40th floor and blow that entire shit up.
You might not be able to take down World Trade, but Chrysler Building,
Fam,
Dunzo.
that shit is over, B. Enes walks in there. Son, Enes not allowed any big buildings, bro.
Oh, man.
Enes not allowed. You know how they've been talking about how we need a new garden and the garden's old and this, that, the other? I know a way to renovate. You know what I'm saying? I know a way to renovate, fam.
Oh, man.
Yo, they really, Enes didn't go, for all of y'all that are listening in like England and shit, Enes Kanter didn't even go to London to play the NBA game out of fear that Turkey was going to send assassins to London and take his ass the fuck out.
Why the fuck? How did this escalate to this point?
So there's a cleric that lives in Pennsylvania that is part of this Turkish movement to undermine the current government.
Right.
And what they've done is they've kind of operated in almost like Fight Club-esque style. So they've like teachers and all, like literally in like elementary schools, that kind of stuff. And the idea was, let's implement this way of thinking at a grassroots level for years. And then when time is right, we'll topple the government, etc.
Turkey ain't worth all that, fam.
I mean, I don't know, but Turkey's like a important like political piece.
Oh, word?
Yeah, because it's like Europe meets the Middle East. You know what I mean? So it's like that's the entry point.
Right.
If there's gonna have any pipelines and shit for like oil.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean we don't need to get into the politics of it, but it's kind of low key important.
Okay, word.
And like their history, like they got this cool thing out there where like the army operates completely separate from the president. And the reason it was set up like that was in case a president tries to take too much power, the army just steps in and coup. They had mad coups.
Word.
Coups are normal. Coups
That's
are
wild.
normal out there,
That's
bro.
wild.
Yeah. We take for granted how long America's been like this without coups.
Yo.
Like, we're like, oh my God, there was collusion with Trump. Like, if there was, the fact that that was the first time in like hundreds of years, that's impressive.
235 years coup free.
Bro,
That's wild.
yo,
We doing it, dog.
we're really fucking doing it, man.
Uh,
Anyway, what else we got, Akaash?
we didn't talk Dennis Smith.
Oh, yeah, Dennis Smith. All right, well, that's your team. What are you thinking?
So apparently the news story today is Plan A is make it work with Dennis Smith. But the general feeling, a lot of people think he leaked it to his agent or his agency leaked the trade rumor.
Yeah.
Like his agent leaked it, and maybe one or two people I heard said they probably told Dennis Smith he needed to come off the bench, and he wasn't having it. He
Yeah.
said, get me the fuck out of here. And realistically, the Mavs, you under contract for 2.5 more years at least, so like, whatever. What are you going to do? If we get an offer we like, fine. If not, you can not play. That's fine.
Yeah.
You're just really hurting yourself. What do you want to do? That's what I would say. That's how I would treat it.
Get him out of there.
I would do it for good value. But if not, you can just stay home.
Nah, fuck that. Get him out of there. One rotten apple spoils the bunch. It's just bad energy, man. You can't have bad mojo.
I'm with it, but like, listen, if you could trade him to Orlando for a piece that's nice, cool. You can trade him to Phoenix for Josh Jackson, who's not apparently doing that well
He
over there.
sucks, dude. Do not get Josh Jackson.
You don't think Josh Jackson's going to be good ever?
I'm not thinking about Josh Jackson. I'm thinking about the Jackson that is on Sacramento.
I don't even know.
Light-skinned black kid.
Okay.
Tito.
I don't know. If Kaz was here, he would know.
What's his name?
Who was the one that got drafted by the Grizzlies? Jaren Jackson?
Yeah, Jaren's fine.
Jaren, I heard, is going to be nasty.
Yeah.
Nasty. But yeah, if you can get value for him, cool. If you can get another young piece that's promising. One rumor was Wes Matthews and Dennis Smith. And you know Wes Matthews?
Justin Jackson.
Oh, no, yeah, I don't know who that is.
He's trash.
One rumor was Knicks, Wes Matthews, who's got an expiring contract, and Dennis Smith for Frankie Smokes and Tim Hardaway Jr. I don't want that.
I think that if there's one team that could get the most out of Frankie Smokes, it is
Carlisle.
the Mavericks.
Why is that? Because Carlisle?
Not only Carlisle, it's just it's just the best system. They have a system that's built for Euros. It's not built for American ego. So you have to reduce your ego entirely. I mean, like playing a few games on the Mavs almost got Rondo kicked out of the NBA.
Yo, it really did.
Rondo is the prototypical American player, which is I know better than the coach, I know better than everything, and I'm going to do what I want to do.
Right.
Right? And the reality is, in most situations,
Right.
he's 100% fucking right.
Yeah.
Nobody's smarter than Rondo out there.
Right.
Right? But he was disobedient, or like whatever that thing is where you stop. Disobedient is like the childish word, but he was, what is it in the army when you
insubordinate?
insubordinate? Yeah, he was insubordinate, and apparently he got into it with Carlisle, and yeah,
Yeah, apparently he was just like disrespect, like waving off plays.
waving off plays, etc. And
in
they
his
don't
face
play
on
that
the
over
court.
there.
Yeah, not
But
doing it.
what's his name? Frankie Nicolina, whatever his name
Yeah.
is, he's French. They like going by the rules. They like playing by the system. They like being part of something bigger than themselves. It's part of their culture growing up.
Right.
They're 100% fine with
That's
it.
why the Spurs love Euros.
They love Euros. They always go to. They don't want that American ego.
Yep.
Like the Spurs, low key is like the closest version to the Patriots.
Yeah,
Right.
Right.
They're like, Pop says all the right things and he's charming in interviews, even though he's the same dick that Belichick is, but he does it with a little bit more charm.
Yeah.
Right. Like he answers the questions at halftime the same way that
Yeah,
Belichick does
That's a
post
good
game.
point, yeah.
Right. But he's just got charm and Belichick
Right.
doesn't when he doesn't want to put it on.
Right.
Right. But
One other difference I got to point out: Popovich is known to do right by his players in terms of like, even sitting out, even though it all went badly with Kawhi, he sat him out of the playoffs because he hurt his ankle. He's like, we're not going to risk long term anything. Did that with Duncan, sat him out of like a game 6 or game 7 in the playoffs. Belichick don't give a fuck. I ain't paying you. You're expendable.
100%, I want to give Pop the most credit that I possibly can. But what I would also say is that Belichick's dealing with contracts that are not guaranteed,
Right.
and Pop is.
Okay. Fair enough.
And if that contract is guaranteed, I'm going to need my player to be healthy.
Right. True.
So he's not doing it completely altruistically,
True.
right? So my feeling is if Frank is in that kind of environment where it's bigger than him and he just has to focus on the thing that he does well,
You can maybe work.
They'll be like, first of all, they'll teach him how to shoot. Look what they did with DeAndre Jordan.
It's really crazy.
Like, think about what happened. Like, DeAndre Jordan shot below 50% from free throw line for his career. He was shooting around 45%.
Right.
This season, he's shooting 71%.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
That's, first of all, for big man, it's just an amazing percentage for any big man.
Yeah.
Big man can't shoot free throws.
Right.
It's a decent percentage for an NBA player.
It's not that much lower than LeBron's.
Bro,
Was LeBron like
LeBron's
78?
LeBron, remember he said his goal for one season was to shoot 80% from free throw?
Yeah.
Think about that. And especially when you have a guy who attacks the rim and now can play at the end of the game, play defense and all that kind of shit. And you know what they did?
What?
They switched his stance slightly. They just, instead of having 2 feet on the free throw line, both toes touching, now it's one and the other one is back a little bit. Now, minor thing. He also has a ritual where he like asks his teammates who you guarding before, and I think it's like to get out of his head. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But the fact that they know that,
Yeah.
right? Now you get Frank, who's like shooter.
Right.
You're going to get the most out of him in that environment.
Right.
And they're not going to ask from him anything that he can't do.
I don't want Tim Hardaway Jr., I'll tell you that.
Timmy, honestly, I think you do. Timmy is fucking great. Timmy doesn't need the rock. Timmy, it takes lots of shots as a Knick because he really has to. But you know how happy he would be to let Luka create and then dish to him, and Timmy would love to be Clay.
You think so?
I think he would. He has no ego. Listen, he's a nerd, man. He grew up as a rich kid. His father was an NBA millionaire, right?
You don't think Timmy got ego?
No.
Interesting.
No, his father's an NBA millionaire. Where can he even develop that?
Being a rich, entitled kid.
That's different, right? He doesn't have chip on your shoulder ego. He might have spoiled brat ego,
Right.
but he doesn't have chip. Chip is the shit you can't deal with. Spoiled brat, you could do exactly what his dad did and was just like, yo, shut the fuck up. And he said, okay, I'll shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You'll get along with things.
Right.
He's used to not being the star. His dad was the star.
Right.
You know, these young kids that grew up and it was only them
Right.
and their whole family, the whole community and everything was just about them. Every game Tim Hardaway Jr. played in as a kid growing up, everybody was trying to get a picture with his dad.
Right.
So
Solid point.
he's used to it,
Solid point.
right? Like, I remember a buddy of ours wanted to sign Ron Baker. You know the Knick? You know why he wanted to sign him?
Why?
Not because he thought he was that good of a player, but because he played a role in college, so he'd be fine playing a role in the league. And I think this French kid, Frank, he would be fucking great with you guys.
Maybe it's not a bad trade. You want Dennis Smith?
No. I don't want anything to do with Dennis Smith.
Right. You've been saying bad attitude from the jump.
Bro, they knew this.
Yeah.
When the Knicks avoided it, they knew it. Now, I'd rather him over Frank
Right.
because there's more trade value.
Yeah.
But like everybody knew that he was gonna. It's not shocking.
Yeah, if they could get a great... I mean, listen, I loved Mo Bamba. I don't think you could get him, but if there's any way Orlando's like, yeah, we got this Vucevic or whatever, we're going to stick with him. He's playing like an all-star. Let's get a piece.
Guys, you develop around Luka.
Yeah.
What does Luka need?
Yeah. Well, that's a big would be great.
What does he need? Shooters.
Shooters. Defense.
You need shooters.
He needs defense around him, too.
Okay, some D, sure. But at the end of the day, Luka's gonna draw attention and he can pass the ball well.
3-and-D guys would be great.
That's it.
Yeah.
Get guys to stretch. Dirk's too old. He can't stretch.
Yeah.
He just can't get up and down the court and shoot still.
Get him a Clay.
Get bigs that can shoot, little guys that can shoot. Just put shooters around Luka. You're fine.
Let me ask you a question. I remember we talked about this. LeBron's ideal sidekick is Clay.
Yes.
All the free agents that are coming out, if you're the Lakers, you have to...
Or
you go-
KD, but that's everybody's ideal sidekick.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, yeah. You don't think KD's going to go to the Lakers.
No, I think he's coming to Knicks.
You think he's going to the Knicks or Clippers? These are my guesses.
Okay.
But if you are the Lakers, do you go after Clay harder than everybody?
No.
Who do you go after?
Clay's not going anywhere.
You don't think he's going anywhere.
Clay's staying right there. That's the team. The question is, Draymond is playing so fucking horribly. Do you even bother? Like, what do you do with him? Didn't they re-sign him?
I think he's free after next year, I think.
So after next year, do you re-sign him?
Not if he keeps playing like this.
I want them to go a stretch without Draymond. I think they believe they're a little too dependent on Draymond. I think they believe that they need Draymond more than they do. I think everybody's bought up this like defensive hype and this, that, the other. And
I mean, they dusted the Warriors 2 nights ago, and I think they won again last night. It was a closer game.
so they are the Warriors,
I'm sorry, they dusted the Nuggets 2 nights ago.
right?
Dusted them. Crazy.
Yeah.
50 points in the first or something
Yeah.
stupid like
I mean,
that.
the Nuggets are playing for next year, right? Like if this kid Michael Porter Jr. comes back and he's 75% of what he could potentially be.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a back injury, so he might not play ever
Right.
well. But if he ends up playing,
it was a good risk.
bro, you got a serious ball player
Yeah, and that's the
on
only
an
way you can
already
compete.
very good team.
Only way you can compete.
Again, it goes back to the football analogy that we've always made. This like drafting well
Yeah.
and paying cheap.
Yep.
You got these guys. I mean, how long is what is Jokic or whatever his name is?
I
I
think
can't remember his
yeah,
fucking name.
Yeah, Jokic. I think he got signed to a big deal.
Okay. Anyway, if you can get value out of these young players,
Yeah.
I mean, Luka. The fact
Yeah.
that Luka is signed to your team for 3 more years
For nothing.
and he's already producing like this,
Yeah. It's
Bro.
crazy. It's crazy.
the flexibility that gives you that you have an all-star on your team and he's making $4 million, not 30.
And the only big money contract that's gonna opt in is Harrison Barnes. DeAndre's free after this year. Apparently, they don't want to sign him. Wes Matthews coming off the books. They got mad cap space.
I would keep DeAndre.
He wants a long-term deal. I don't
2
want
years.
him a long-term.
I'll give you 2 years. And he's going to stay for 2 years. Watch. I'll give you 2 years, max him out, 2 years. I bet you he stays.
And if you can get something from Dennis Smith, that's great. But I don't know. But if they can make it work, I think he'd be a great sixth man if he can get his attitude together.
If he can what?
Get his attitude together.
Who? Dennis Smith Jr.?
Dennis Smith Jr.
You just don't want. It's not worth it. It's not worth having that extra. Everybody who doesn't fit it, get them the fuck out. If you have potential, if you have nothing, you got to figure it out. But Luka's special,
He really is.
so we have something special. Don't taint the well,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
The longer he buddies with Dennis Smith
They are
Jr.,
buddy.
the worse he's gonna be as someone to play with.
Right.
Matter of fact, can we talk about Harden for a second?
Yes.
Are you impressed with this streak?
No.
I'm not either. Why are you not impressed?
I know I should be, but I just dismiss it until the postseason.
I could give 2 fucking shits.
I can't. It's almost annoying to keep hearing about
You know what it is? It's like complimenting a chick with big tits, but they're fake. It's like, what? Okay, who cares? It's mid-season.
Yeah.
You
It's,
pick the time where literally the entire league has stopped playing their hardest because they're sore. Right? The whole league has stopped playing their hardest.
pre-All-Star break.
Pre-All-Star break, they're coasting down into All-Star, get a nice little break. You don't think it's coincidence that like scorers start to drop buckets mid-season?
That's a good point. It's always around
Kyrie's
this
dropping,
time.
but why do you think it's happened? Oh, because the defenders in the league are like, bro, I've been busting my ass. My knees are sore. Everything's sore. Let me just chill out.
Yep. Mad unassisted buckets.
Literally 0. 151 points in the last 3 games.
0 assists.
0. I sent it to the group
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah, 0 assisted points.
Why would you even play with this guy?
I'll add it in post.
Thank you. Why would you even play with him? Like, can you imagine? Imagine your teammate scores 51 points, right?
Yeah.
And your team loses. You don't even get the joy of victory, right? Like the game is miserable because you're playing defense for no reward on the offensive end
51 points,
whatsoever.
and you didn't even get to pass him the ball for any of those points. Like, I'm not even contributing at all.
How could you lure a star to this team? Who in their right mind would want to play with this guy?
If he doesn't win a chip, it's not going to happen.
How could he possibly win a chip?
He can't.
If you can't beat who'd they lose to when he scored 50? The Nets?
Well, the Nets last night. But they've been winning mostly since he's been dropping.
I
buckets,
don't
but-
care.
We saw Kobe do, not this level, but we saw Kobe do this in a league where you scored much less, where scores are much lower. 10 years ago, Kobe did the same thing. And you could argue, even though Kobe's output was lower, it's more impressive because people scored way less.
It was a
back
larger percentage of the team's total points.
then. Potentially.
No, that's a fact.
That was a fact?
If your team is scoring,
I'm just saying I don't
yeah,
know what the
okay,
actual
gotcha,
percentages
gotcha,
are.
I
But
understand.
that team didn't make it past the first round, I'm pretty sure. So whatever. Again, I'm too bottom line maybe, but it's like, listen, if your goal is win a championship, you were within 2 quarters of it last year. This year you're doing worse, but you're scoring more. I don't care. You're doing worse. Your team is losing more. I don't care.
It's crazy to see like the apologists for Harden. They're literally conspiracy theorists.
What are they saying?
It's no different than the 9/11 conspiracy theorists.
What are they saying?
They're the exact same people. We've found the 9/11 conspiracy theorists of basketball. I'm watching
Yeah.
him travel.
Right.
I'm counting the steps of him travel.
Right.
And there are all these people like he didn't pick up the ball yet. He didn't pick up the ball yet. That the ball wasn't picked up. That's not a travel.
Yeah, and those same people will all complain that Golden State gets all the calls.
Bro,
And I do think Golden State gets a lot of calls, but that's also a travel.
it's a fucking travel. It's an absurd travel.
It's egregious.
It's not 3 steps.
Shit is faux.
It's 4 steps, bro. It's 4.
Oh,
He does this thing now where he does a little hop step and then he adjusts both feet post hop step.
It's really wild.
I mean, you have to give the guy credit for manipulating the refs into thinking that anything he does is legal.
We all know this, though. We all know he flops. We all know he travels. How are the refs not caught on?
I don't know. I don't understand it, and I'm trying to wrap my fucking head around it. And the fact that I really do believe that Kobe is trying to destroy the Celtics, even in retirement.
Bro, you might be right.
Bro, I think there is something to that. But this Harden thing, and everybody's so obsessed, and he's the greatest offensive player ever, and all this shit.
They must have been some way they proved it like scientifically that it's not a travel because it's made the news so much that the refs are looking at it, and if they're still not calling it, then
and the
maybe
refs have
according
this
to-
thing in the league where they address calls they didn't make
Yeah.
afterwards. You guys have seen
Yes.
that. Remember, they're like,
Yes.
we
Yeah.
missed that. Oh, but that's only last couple minutes of the game.
But that means that's why I think it might not be a travel according to like whatever the exact wordage of the rule book.
I'm going to look it up again. But it's just fucking insane, dude.
Yeah.
I can't, I'm not impressed.
I
Like,
couldn't care less.
We've seen him do it. We've seen him put up big, it's just like with Russell Westbrook. You want to get another triple-double season? Good for you. I don't give a, can you do it in the playoffs?
I like Russell Westbrook, so I got caught up in it. But yeah, realistically, it's empty triple doubles, which sounds crazy to say, but it's empty triple doubles.
That's crazy.
You know what it is? It's fun. It's fun the first time.
Right.
You know what a triple-double season is? It's a joke. It's a brilliant stand-up comedy joke. The first time you watch it, you're like, this is so impressive. This is genius.
Right.
The second time you watch it, you're like, all right, I get it. I get what you did.
Yeah.
Third time you watch it, you're like, I can't watch this fucking joke anymore.
Right.
That's what these big numbers are when you don't do anything in the playoffs.
Yes.
I've seen it. I know where this goes. That's why we're not impressed. We know where this leads you. Don't complain to me that your body's breaking down Game 7 in the playoffs when you
that's a
push
great
for
point.
50 in the
That's
midseason.
a great point.
Don't complain to me because you know what LeBron is doing right now?
Sitting.
LeBron's on an exercise bike,
Sitting.
sitting. Oh, my groin hurts. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. You know exactly what's going on.
He's on that Shaq plan.
You on that Shaq plan. You taking a little time.
I didn't even think about that.
Son, you don't think it's convenient that he got this groin shit right before All-Star break?
I did not.
And he can
So
come
he-
back right before the All-Star
He's going to come
game.
back right before All-Star break, right?
Wow.
He's going to play a couple games nice and light just to make sure his team doesn't lose too many games going into it. He's not going to let them get too far out of playoff contention. I mean, they're still in it now, but still.
Yeah.
But this thing accomplishes 2 things. It gives him a much-needed rest in the season, 1. 2, it lets all the players on his team know before they got cocky that they don't make that team win.
Right.
Daddy makes that team win. Okay?
Yeah.
You out there playing without daddy,
Yeah.
and shit is rough.
You getting sunned.
You getting sunned. Well said. 2 things accomplished. Now you come back after All-Star game. Daddy's home. Wow. Daddy's home. Everybody's a little puppy. Come on, thank God.
Yep.
Whole new respect for LeBron, what he brings. And you know what you do now come playoffs? You do whatever daddy says because you know daddy knows how to win.
He puts
You
food
can't-
on the table.
He put motherfucking food on the table. This guy's brilliant. Now Harden's dumbass on the other end, playing 48 minutes a game, scoring 50 points, doing that dumb shit where he puts his stomach out all far and takes his shirt out of his shorts? How many times a game you gotta take your fucking jersey out of your shorts with your back hella arched?
He does have really weird like mannerisms.
Physique.
Yeah, like everything.
My man
is just
posture
low.
is odd.
He built like a pregnant dog. You ever seen a pregnant dog stomach all extended to the bottom, back spine all curled?
No, I'm not.
Look at a pregnant dog online. That's what his body looks like. A pregnant dog.
Oh man.
All I'm saying is we got to stop giving this any credit when we know where this leads.
24-hour news cycle, man. They need something. They need something. Oh, James Harden put up 39 points a game for the last.
James Harden
80
gotta check this. James Harden gotta go, what the fuck am I doing, bro? Where's Chris Paul even in all of this?
He's coming back soon.
So he's still on the bench.
Yeah.
I
He's
mean,
getting his
like,
little rest in.
rest
sucks?
him.
You know what
Rest
sucks? His
him.
body's still gonna break.
Oh yeah, Paul can't handle it. He just can't handle it. It's for Paul. I don't think it's wear and tear from the regular season.
I was just about to say this.
Go,
It's
say it.
wear and tear from the playoffs.
Yes,
Like
but
that intense short thing just fucks him up.
yes, it's his body can only take an exertion of 8.
Yeah.
But I think he can exert 8 out of 10 the whole
80 games,
season.
no problem.
Yes.
When he starts hitting 9 and 10,
Yes.
pretty quickly the body's like, yo, chill. Chill.
So it's not about the rest with Paul.
No.
It's simply about don't go past 8.
Right.
So here's the question, Akaash. Can they win if he doesn't go past 8?
No. They cannot.
So you can't have Chris Paul.
He can be a nice role play. He can be your third, fourth best player.
Great role. You know when Chris Paul might get a ring? He might get a Gary Payton ring.
Yes. He'd be great off the bench.
Or Gary started. I think Jason Williams came off the bench
Okay,
for Miami.
Word.
But like he was not the first or even second guy. He was a supplemental guy that, could play great, maybe not tons of minutes.
Rondo on the Celtics. You're the fourth banana. Distribute the ball. Keep everybody happy. He can hit open shots.
And we're not
Jason
taking
Kidd on the Nets.
Jason Kidd on
Mavericks.
the Mavs.
Mavericks. Yeah.
That's
Yes.
what you're thinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody's going to get the ball exactly where they need it.
And you're not winning without him.
And dead ass,
Valuable role.
Dirk don't get the ball in that position. Dirk don't get the ball exactly where
Nope.
he is on the block if it's not coming perfectly from arguably the best passer ever.
Yep.
I think Chris Paul gets his ring 38 years old. After this contract, I got to go somewhere to get it. And he goes as a fucking veteran's minimum. And I think he gets a ring because if he only has to go to 8 in the playoffs,
He's good.
if the team can handle,
Right.
I wouldn't even be surprised if if he meets up with Braun.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Where though?
L.A.?
L.A.?
Yeah. Braun retiring in L.A. at this
Facts, right? He's not going anywhere. We believe that.
point. Yeah.
I would not be shocked if after this horrible stint in Houston, because that's what he will remember it as,
Right.
he went for the bag and he got punished.
I knew he shouldn't have gone for the bag.
'Cause he
from
went for the
jump.
bag.
He went for the bag.
If he just said, pay me a little, I bet you if him and Harden could have both said, take off this amount of money, just re-sign the guys we had. We had it last year.
Re-sign Ariza. Go get one other piece.
You know what they could have done? They could say, take off money for, what did Ariza want, 2 years? That's all he got, right?
I think 3, I think.
I bet he would have re-signed for 2 to stay there.
Oh, yeah.
He goes, what we'll do is we'll give Ariza 2 and you can knock that off ours for a lot of it and go into the luxury a little bit.
Right.
You don't think that they got a fucking chance?
Oh, that team was nasty, man. That team with Harden scoring like this, I have more faith. Because that team holds up better in the playoffs.
That's what I would do, but maybe I'm weird. Maybe I don't care about money like these dudes.
Yeah, man.
That's what I would do.
If you're Chris Paul, this is your second $100 million.
Your knees falling apart. Like, come on.
What, bro?
You got crazy deals with everything. Like,
Bro,
come
you
on,
get
yo.
Jordan money. You can live off your Jordan money, be happy.
shit. You know what I mean? We out here thriving off Patreon. This motherfucker can't be happy off of Jordan. You know what I mean? Like,
Yo.
real talk.
Fuck. Jordan, everybody patron. He's the fucking patron out this motherfucker.
Real talk.
You want to talk about OBJ and these white girls? White girls?
Oh, that was a funny thing that Alex got. Alex, what'd you get?
So, someone in the DMs, she went to school with OBJ,
That's funny.
and she was like, "It's funny how everybody has the gay rumors about him because everybody in school knew that he was just fucking white girls only, and he was roaring them down." Like,
I'm not
So-
19 no more.
yep.
So this is what's so funny about this to me. This is how much black men fear black women. Is OBJ's like, man, I'd rather them think I'm gay than fucking these white bitches. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy, bro. You know, what they saying about me? Yo, they talking shit about what they saying. What they saying? They saying you like dick. Phew.
Thank God.
Oh my God.
Whew,
I thought
don't
they
need
were
these
gonna know about
tweets.
Nancy.
Yo, don't upset black women, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
White. That's great to have a gay beard, so they don't know. You know how like gay dudes have a female beard,
Yeah.
so people don't know they're gay. But black dudes got to have a gay
You
beard.
gotta have a dude beard.
No, black
Yeah.
women, black men got to have a gay dude beard.
Yeah,
A dude beard, so that black women don't know they're fucking white girls.
I don't get it.
I know it was too complicated. What I'm trying to say is, gay dudes, right?
Yeah,
Like Cory Booker, the senator,
Yeah.
that black dude. He's gay as fuck,
I
right?
didn't know that.
I mean, it's everybody knows he's gay, but nobody knows.
Oh, nobody says
it's
it.
not
Oh,
out.
okay.
But come on, bro, motherfucker, gay. So that's why Trump said to him, "I know him better than he knows himself."
Oh shit!
Yeah. So
Trump's a dick.
yeah. It was a very specific bar, right? He goes,
Oh god.
"I know him better than he knows himself."
Trump is a
Dick.
damn
Yeah.
son.
So it wasn't. I know him really well. I know. It was basically like, "Yo, behave, motherfucker,"
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we could talk about what you do in them bathrooms. So what it just got reported on TMZ was that he's dating Rosario Dawson,
Who?
Cory Booker.
Okay.
Now, to me, what that is the Democratic Party going, "Hey, Cory, we're going to want you to be a vice president candidate for whoever the front runner is. So what you need to do is start dating somebody
Yeah.
so that they don't say you're gay.
Right.
So get on top of this shit right now. Can you start dating somebody?
And I got lesbian vibes from Rosario.
Shorty like 40, something.
Yeah, I haven't
No
seen
kids.
Her. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Only time I seen her take dick was from Telly. Y'all seen Kids?
Nah.
Oh.
Yeah.
okay.
You know what I
Wow.
mean? Like, that's the only time.
Since she was a
Shorty
teenager.
got dick one time from a dude with AIDS, and she was like, "I'm tapped out. Give me
Nah,
labia
Ray
from now
Allen,
on."
He got game.
Wait, she fucked Ray Allen?
And he got game. That's Lala.
Rosario
Wait,
Dawson?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. She was, and then she ended up
That's
fucking with
Lala.
the agent or whatever
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
Yeah. That's fucked up. Ice cold.
They fucked on the Ferris wheel at Coney
Yeah,
Island.
I remember that. That shit
Yeah.
was lit. Okay. But I don't know what was the point of that. Oh, the beard. So the beard shit is
Yeah.
so if OBJ is actually gay, right?
Mm-hmm.
If OBJ is gay, no, sorry. If OBJ is fucking white girls, he got to find a way to throw the scent off the white girl trail
Mm-hmm.
because he's worried what black women are gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
So all of a sudden, this rumor pops out that he's gay, and he's not upset. He's relieved
Mm-hmm.
because he's like, "Oh, let them run with that gay shit."
Yeah.
The last thing I need is them thinking the truth, which is I fuck white girls.
Gotcha.
So that's why he said he had a gay. What was that? A dude beard.
Dude beard.
Yeah.
You want these patron topics?
Yeah. Let's
These
talk
captain
to the
topics?
patrons. Let's talk to the
All right,
patrons.
word.
man.
Let me see. There's one that I liked earlier. If you could, this is from Tejal Naik. If you guys could be Hall of Famers in any position in sports, what would it be?
Fucking great question. Who asked that?
Tejal Naik, Indian dude.
Tejal.
Tejal.
Tejal. Great question. The question is, if you could be a Hall of Famer in any position in sports, what would you be? Akaash, go.
I want to say quarterback in football, but no, because there's too much brain damage with that.
So,
It would be a backcourt player in the NBA, I think. Any 1, 2, or 3.
okay.
Probably shooting guard.
Okay.
I was leaning either shooting guard or tennis.
Ooh, tennis, a
Ooh.
good one.
Why tennis? Go. The
'Cause
white
it's a-
girls.
This is true.
Not just because it's all on you. It's like,
That's right.
Yeah.
Nobody can discredit your victories.
Yeah.
You won If you're Tom Brady, once Tom Brady retires, all we're gonna hear the whispers of it was just Belichick.
Mm-hmm.
Kaz always says it. Brady's a system quarterback.
Of course.
Mm.
Okay. So tennis is good. You get all the credit. The glory is yours.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
That's good. I was thinking backcourt player in the NBA just because you're not killing your body. You get all the credit.
Yep.
You're not killing your brain, and then you're not like a center like Shaq. How that motherfucker live his life. 7'2", 300 pounds, walking the fuck around everywhere.
Yeah.
Shooting guard, you 6'5", you cooling. That's not super comfortable, but you're good.
Yes.
Point guard, 6'2", 6'3", whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
you just living, walking around as a regular dude.
Yep.
Boxing would be interesting too, but brain damage, I can't fuck with it.
That's what I was gonna think about, man. I honestly, it might be boxing.
Really? You okay with that brain damage?
It's similar to quarterback, right? It's like we're talking about Hall of Famer. We're talking about elite, right? And it'd depend on the type of boxer, but like I would subscribe to whatever brain damage Floyd has.
Really?
I don't know how much he has. He hasn't been really hit. I mean, obviously in sparring he has, but like I don't know. I don't think he has that much brain damage.
I mean, I could give you a book and, you know what I mean? He could find out.
Yeah, but that was like from life. That wasn't from boxing. Like he
See, I tend to
came
think it was
into
from
that.
boxing. That was actually my cousin is a doctor. I was like, of course he can't read. He's got fucking brain trauma.
Oh,
for decades.
no. He just grew up poor as fuck in Michigan. That's what that is. That's Michigan damage.
Potentially.
You don't stop learning how to read.
I mean, he was just struggling hard as fuck. Which to me, if you're taking enough brain damage, I could see that. If you're taking enough brain trauma, I could see that being a thing.
And he did start boxing at a young age, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Very young.
could have been.
Charlemagne grew up poor as fuck in South Carolina. He
Yeah,
could
but his
read.
mom's a teacher.
Fair
He's
enough.
reading a book every single day. Floyd's mom was a crackhead. So it's like, I think his dad was a crackhead, something like that. There was in and out of jail. Like it's a difference.
All right,
Maybe
fair
even
enough.
soccer, too. Because soccer, then you're like,
Soccer, you just have to
The
accept nobody in
world.
America cares, but the rest of the world loves you.
Yeah.
And
Loves
there,
you,
you
dog.
know what? There is this is something interesting. You've come with two good ones so far. Here's why soccer's the best. Ready? You can go to places and have anonymity still. Diego Maradona, who was like the fucking guy
Yeah.
in Argentina, right? They
Yeah.
won a World Cup with him, and he was the best player in their history up until Messi
Right.
now. But
Well, Maradona got the World Cup, so he's still the guy.
upper echelon, right? And I think it was him that said he loved New York because he could come here and just walk around and be regular. Do you know what I mean? He was an
That's a great
Argentine
point.
superstar,
Similar
like
with tennis.
literally Michael Jackson. And then when he came to New York, he's just some Mexican dude,
Oh, that's
right?
dope.
So it's like you have that freedom, you have that anonymity. You could be whatever the fuck you want.
Like, if you're Roger Federer, you just go to any part of America where it's all black people and no one cares.
Totally fine. Even white people barely
Even white
recognize
people, yeah.
Roger Federer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, if he walked in this room right now, I'd be the only one freaked out.
Dude, no, he's just he looks like Celino and Barnes. Like, if you put both of those motherfuckers' faces together, injury attorneys.
Y'all so New York. I only know the song. I have no idea. I was like, they still alive,
Bro, they were beefing for a minute, then they got back together.
Oh shit.
Yeah, this shit is
Really?
love and hip
I
hop,
didn't
son.
know that shit.
No, they tried to split the company.
It's Ronnie and Sam right
Fam,
there.
there
Jersey
was
Shore type
real
shit.
talk, bro. There were commercials. It was just Celino, and that shit didn't slap.
Wow.
It was like Celino,
Oh, man.
injury attorney. I had to cut that shit out. But dead ass. I think the soccer one is golden because you get I think you start to realize when you get some fame that like not everybody. Some people they really do it for the fame. They want the fame.
Right.
And some of us do it because we love the content, we love the art, we love the creation
Right.
of it. And when you get fame and that hinders your ability to make the art,
That's a real problem.
you go, I don't care about the fame. That's why I say I don't give a fuck about universal fame.
Right.
Universal fame takes away from what I want to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? I want to create this that we're doing right now.
Yeah.
I want this Patreon shit. I want this cult. I want this motherfucking thing.
Yeah.
Because that's just us. And we could talk about retards using blush.
Right.
You can't do that
Yeah.
on The View.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You literally, everybody on The View is going to look at that article and be like, bro, I would love to watch these girls put that makeup on.
Did you guys talk about the glamorous and that thing, the acronym?
No, what is that?
A thing in the group chat.
Pretty hot and glamorous?
That.
No. We didn't talk about
Nah?
that. No, we didn't do that.
Why not?
Nothing. It's just a thing. Pretty hot and glamorous.
It's just pretty hot and glamorous, bro.
Oh,
You know,
yeah?
some things you got to get under. You know, some things you got to set the seed and let it grow.
Yeah, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
man.
Pretty hot and glamorous.
Yeah, you acting like really pretty hot and glamorous right,
Right?
now, bro. I don't know why. Anyway,
You're like pretty hot and glamorous out there like that. You know what I mean? You let it come out when it's ready.
I just love with boxing. It's like with every other sport, you look up to somebody, right? Because the sports are supposed to be a metaphor for war, right? And they're this champion of war.
Right.
And I feel like with boxing,
That's the only actual war like.
it's war.
Yeah.
So you really are the fucking general. It's
Yeah.
like till Mike Tyson's death, you're not gonna say shit. Like all these reporters will be mad cute with basketball players and say whatever shit to basketball
Yeah.
players say. You ain't saying that to Mike. You ain't saying it.
Yeah.
You know, watch your mouth.
So, piggyback off that question, if you can be the top person of any field, so it could be a sport, it could be an academic, it could be
Exactly what I'm doing. But I like exactly what I'm doing. But again, it's not like whatever makes it. It would have to be the top in my top. Do you know what I mean?
oh, okay. So he's still, I get what you're saying.
It'd have to be the top in my top. Like I respect
What you consider the best.
exactly what I consider the best. Like what I respect the fuck out of the. I mean, we were saying on Brilliant Idiots the other day. Like I'm not saying that I'm better than the top 5 or the top 4 that are out right now. The big 4, like fucking Cat, Chris Rock, Chappelle, Burr. Like those
Right.
motherfuckers. I'm not touching them. Louis, on hiatus or whatever. But like. But I'll put myself on top 5. I'm top 5. But my generation,
Talk that shit.
no, but for real,
love
my
that
generation, I got to call myself number 1 because I'm not
love
looking
that.
at anybody else in my generation going, I got to do that.
Right.
I'm not. Who am I looking at? You know what I mean? There's one dude who, if Che wasn't on SNL and we could get Che doing Che, that's the dude where I'd be like, all right, I got to fucking go because that motherfucker is genius.
Really.
You know what I mean? Yeah, he's just brilliant. He got a great comedic mind. He's fucking brilliant with it. But besides that, like, I'm like, for what I want to do,
Right.
the style of comedy that I want to do in my shit,
Right.
who? Part of our younger generation, who?
I like it.
I can't think of it. Who?
Not a lot of people
I've been-
doing that type of comedy
I've been
anymore. It's
telling
too
them.
daring.
I've been telling you, yo, you need to start saying this.
Alex does say that. He does support. He said you got to say it, and and the reason why, like, it's effective when you say it because everybody's afraid to say it.
Yeah.
Because they're afraid to say it because it brings the onslaught. Once you say something like that, while it confirms it in some people's minds, it also sets a trajectory where they want to take it away from you. So nobody wants to say it because they're like, well, you didn't do this and you didn't do that.
Yeah.
It puts you in the position where they're like, I got to tear you down.
Right.
Just don't say you're at the top. Just don't say you're
Son,
one.
son, that Rushmore is what I just said.
Yeah,
Those
that's what I'm
motherfuckers
saying.
are the goats.
I think
I'll put
as long
Cat
as you don't
over
say you're
Cat,
the
yeah.
best,
You put Hart over Cat?
Yeah.
Really?
Pete Cat, no, but right now, yeah.
Really? I think. I just never thought
My
Cat was
my
that
Mount
funny.
Rushmore would have neither of them. I don't think. Chappelle, Rock.
Live.
Or-
I'm not talking about dead. I said
yeah,
top 5
interesting.
alive. I said I'm top 5 alive.
Okay.
I mean like dead motherfuckers are legends. You can't talk
Right,
about
right,
that.
right.
But
I'm still curious why you put Cat in there.
yo, Cat is a fucking genius, bro.
But even now that the fact that he's kind of
that motherfucker's a genius, like a literal comedic genius, bro.
the last one, I didn't like.
Like, and that's the other thing is like a lot of people said that about Rock shit, and we haven't spoken about Rock shit, but like a lot of people didn't like Rock shit, but he's still a genius.
Rock's first half of his special was a fucking snooze fest, dog.
His spot right now depends on his next shit.
Really?
Yep. Because the fact that whenever he does public stuff, he has writers. So it's like, all right, you already have a little stain, but
Bro, Rock
in
needs to
terms of your comedy, I'm thinking he comes up with his hour. Or
Rock
does he
needs
have
to
writers for
embrace
that
he
as well?
old.
I think you would know more than me. I don't know this.
Rock need to embrace it. He old. Here, let me also say this. I'm a big Chris Rock, especially. I was thinking about this fucking today, how I quoted 2 Chris Rock bits in the last episode. And I thought of another great Chris Rock
2
bit.
today.
Probably did 2 today.
We did.
I love this motherfucker's old stuff, man. I was such a fan.
When Akaash started, he sounded like Rock.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah?
Yeah, like
Yes.
completely.
I don't
Cadence.
know that, but I don't That doesn't surprise me one bit.
This happens when you're young. You go through these stages of
Yes.
like sounding like the people you admire so much because
Yeah.
that's what it's just like
And then
Kobe
you
looked
find your
just like
voice.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're trying to find your voice.
Yes.
You know.
100%. So I believe it. But watching this newest special, it was like, yo, you're a dude. First of all, you're a dude that needs to accept that he's old. Don't try to beat Gerard. Gerard, also a brilliant dude. That's Gerard. You're not Gerard.
Yeah.
What was also interesting is Chris Rock leaned on this kind of caricature-like, and I talked to somebody who like Chris Rock really respects, and Chris Rock put him as like one of the funniest comics in his very first album, Born Suspect, in '89. He listed this guy as one of his favorite comics. So I'm talking to that guy, I go, yo, you know you're in Chris Rock's fucking first album? He's like, yeah, man, that's when Chris was Chris. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, this shit now, he's like a caricature.
That shit.
And he didn't do that in the new special, and what's sad is that it's not nearly as funny
That's good.
without it.
Yeah. Do you know where that developed from? Did we talk about that?
No.
So so for everybody who's listening now, you're probably familiar with the Chris Rock cadence, right? It's where he goes, "You supposed to,
You dumb motherfucker.
da-da-da-da-da." You know, he
They
does it.
spinning. They spinning.
They spinning. Yeah.
Say
So-
the rest of that.
Never.
So basically, he had Martin opening up for him on
Okay,
the
I know
road,
this, yeah.
and Chris was the headliner, and Martin was his opener, and
Oh shit, Martin, it does sound like that.
Martin was burying Chris. Chris couldn't follow him.
Straight up.
He couldn't follow Martin. And he realized he needed to add something. This is how the story goes. He needed to add something that would give him the same type of kind of cartoonish vibe almost that Martin had that really connected him with those people. Because Martin was a fucking force,
Martin
man.
was a force.
It's
That's the
just-
perfect word. Exactly what I was going to use.
Like a stage 5 hurricane, whatever that shit is, just gonna just destroy. And Rock was going up there and he was doing like really kind of smart bits, but it was relying too much on the audience to go, that was a smart bit.
He just wasn't a performer at all.
He's not a natural performer. It has not come natural. He's a naturally brilliant guy. But even when you watch him on stage to this day, his fingers lock up. Like if you watch it, like his fingers lock up, and he
Yeah.
does. It's so odd. Like I thought he had
But I
like a
think
rigor
that's
mortis.
his thing though.
No,
I heard something was
it's-
wrong with his fingers.
See, I don't think that that is the case. I think he gets nervous, and maybe it's a way to stop from shaking or some shit. It just doesn't look natural. It doesn't
Because
come
like
across.
rappers practice like their stage performance. They practice what they're gonna do with their hands. I think he practices this. That's like his thing now. The fact that you can put it out, it's like,
Maybe.
oh, that's the rock.
You know,
I
it
thought
used
that
to
there
be
was a
his thing.
physical issue. I thought it was a physical problem.
And, like-
Even the way he paces the stage, like
He got that from Eddie.
he got that from Eddie, but it doesn't come across to me as organic. You know what I mean? Like you being on stage has to feel
yeah,
how
like
you
he
are.
seems a little awkward.
Yeah,
but,
it's a
I
little.
mean,
His stage presence is a little awkward, and that's just a testament to how brilliant he is. That like he can overcome the physical shit that we see as weird, and then we just get caught up in it. But he figured, but that's apparently where the
I didn't know that's where that came from. I did know that really kicked him into gear, being like, oh shit, I got to perform better. This is fucking embarrassing. This guy, I cannot follow. He is burying me on my show. That's the goal as a feature. You're going to bury that motherfucker right behind you. But yeah, he was getting got.
Yeah, that's a part of it with comedy. There's always, I can tell you the specific guys that like made a man out of me on stage. Not that they were opening for me, but they would just be before me.
that sounds great.
They fucking made a man out of me, bro. Mike Britt made a man out of me, man. This guy would host a show at the Eastville Comedy Club, and I would often go first, and he was so fucking hard to follow. And the hosting is the hardest thing.
It's really hard to crush as a host
So he would crush as a host.
because the audience is completely cold. Nobody, they're all, most people don't go to comedy shows a lot. They're just kind of uncomfortable.
They're ordering their drinks.
Yeah, it's just
like
mad
every
motion
you
in the
have
room.
everything that could possibly be wrong happening at one time. People are still coming in, and then fucking Mike Britt would just crush, and then I would just go on. I would just fucking bomb after him. Not like bomb where it was like booed off, but it was just like there was a difference between what they saw with him and me. And I was like, I got to figure this the fuck out. It's not the jokes, because I can deliver these jokes after somebody else and destroy. what is going on here? How do I figure out? And I just had to connect with them like Mike connected with them. And I had to learn how to fucking not just say words at them and expect a laugh. Like,
What'd you pick up? What specifically?
start strong.
Yeah.
I had to start strong after Mike.
Right.
Really strong. A
Yeah.
joke that was and really established because they missed him. The second he walked off stage, they're missing him.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm coming up, right? And I had to start very strong. And I have to have a lot of confidence. I had the confidence that the bit was going to do well and pacing and taking my time.
Right.
And also not just letting it be jokes. Mike was his jokes. When he's on stage talking, he's not going, here's a bit.
Right.
He's talking to you and it's funny. I had to talk to you funny.
Right.
And once I spoke to you funny, the jokes came through me instead of here's another one.
Right.
The audience was like, oh, this guy's funny too. I'll fuck with him.
Right.
But Dave Attell taught me that shit. You know what I mean? Like, Attell just had so much personality behind his jokes, and I would go up, and I didn't have that at the time, and it was flat.
Yeah.
I could feel it.
And I that's one thing I hate seeing comics when it's like, okay, I finished my first joke.
Here is the second one.
Yeah, it's like, it's so robotic. And I like that with yours. Yours, it's like, you'll just be talking, and then all of a sudden you started your bit. We didn't even
Boom.
realize you started it. Like,
Yeah, you
that
can't-
is-
Something we picked up at the Lantern.
Exactly.
Doing shows for like 4 people. You can't do a bit as like a performance. It's so fucking awkward. So you
Well-
have to weave it into conversation or whatever.
Exactly. We would learn to weave it in a conversation, and then eventually you get the bit so strong that you could just do the bit because it's so natural to your voice. You know, early in your career, you're doing jokes that you wrote down, so you're really kind of reading them off of your head, and they don't seem like they're in your voice. Eventually, the jokes just become part of your voice. So, like, often people are like, yo, why are you able to like let it go totally south or let it complete stop? Like, you take these pauses and you, like, and then you get it back. And I'm like, I just have confidence the second I start the joke, I'm gonna get it back. I just have that, but it's because it's like I'm not tricking you with the joke.
Right.
This is something I want to talk to you guys about
Right.
in the joke. You know, it's like it's an extension of me. I'm not doing. It's not like Akaash fucking his girl. Like, that's, you are doing moves that you're thinking about instead of just letting that dick go. You got to let the dick go.
That's interesting.
You got to let the dick go.
That's the title.
Interesting.
Tonight, you got to let the dick go.
That's interesting.
Go, bro.
Tonight, you got to let the dick go.
Let it go.
Tonight
Interesting.
is the night.
Tonight is the night.
You got to let the dick go.
Blue Chew, even if you want to.
You can't hit the dog in Blue Chew. You might kill her.
Yeah.
I need more Blue Chew, to be honest with you. I
You
got
out?
the 1 tablet from you. That's it.
Oh, I'll give you some more chew.
Hook us up, Blue Chew. Hook us
But
up.
you got to do it only dog.
All right. We're
Only doggy style
Done.
with the Blue Chew.
Done.
Or you get them hooks in.
Hooks is interesting.
I gotta try that.
Dude, they'll get the hooks in. I almost don't even want to tell too many people. It's under.
No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
When
but
you
I-
put your legs under her thighs and wrap over, her natural disposition, she's going to fall forward because she's going to think that's what you want. Then you go, no. You go straighten your back. Straighten your back. Go up, go up, go up. And then you take one hand up and you just push it on her chest to push her back up. Right? Then you get back in the hooks.
Then you put it back down.
And you start rocking. Game over. Game changer. It's coming within a minute. Guaranteed. Guaranteed within a 1 minute coming.
You save that, like that's your closer.
No, I start with that.
Start with.
Get her nut out the way so we can have fun.
Oh.
Start strong.
I start like a
So you
Puerto
learned
Rican.
that from
so
Mike Britt.
I get
You
the
eat
nut
pussy.
out the way. Yeah.
Oh, by eating pussy?
Yeah. So then it's like I don't feel bad if it's 5
I don't even
strokes or
believe
100
in
strokes.
making a girl come through eating pussy.
Oh, every time. I'm good.
Everything is uncomfortable about that.
I like them fresh out the shower. So
But like just being in that position and going with the fingers and all that kind of shit, like, really?
yeah, it's all and almost like a joke. It's just like a whole lot of teasing. So by the time I actually do work, she's already there.
Builds the tension.
Whole lot of teasing.
Builds the tension
Yep.
a lot.
Nah, bro, I'd be bombing with that shit. I'll keep 100. I'll be knocking that out. I pretend good. I be pretending good, bro.
How do you pretend?
I be like, I be down there on some James Bond shit. Like, you know how James Bond be pretending he's like whatever person he is. You know, like I'll be like I'm down there like on some like Schulz, Andrew Schulz. You know what I mean? Like I ain't really about that. Nah, man.
You
I don't
gotta
know.
live in the bit. I mean, you gotta live in the bit.
Hey, you know what I'd be down there? I'd be down there like, you ready to come? How about we bust this nut?
Alex down there like Patrice.
He really is, bro. He be pulling a stool up. How long we gonna be eating this pussy?
Put
Nah.
his chin on the mic.
What's that? All right, let's get into another Patreon, cuz.
OG Smurf 826 wants to talk about Kyler Murray. He said he has till Thursday to back out of the NFL draft. Said he wants his, you know the whole story.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about this?
You backing right the fuck out. Let me tell you exactly what's gonna happen with Kyler Murray. That motherfucker backing right the fuck out the second the Oakland Athletics make him an offer that is close to what he's gonna make in football. He don't want to play football. He don't want to play football. You don't want to play football at the league. The dude is 5'8".
So what I'm hearing,
Yeah.
first of all, definitely a lot of what you're hearing, which is and also it's his dad pulling the strings because his dad, interesting story, played baseball in the minors, and then like he wasn't doing well or something, so he went and played football. Then he tried to go back to baseball, and baseball shunned him. They weren't having it. So I think this is his way of being like, fuck you, baseball. We're going to use our leverage while we got it. But apparently Kyler Murray, in his heart, seems to like football more. Nobody for sure knows, but like,
I mean, I don't blame
his
him.
dad wants to play football, his baseball, his uncle wants to play baseball.
Yeah.
I think he wants to play football. He also loves the spotlight. And when he was playing baseball and wasn't playing football, nobody gave a fuck. Nobody gave a fuck.
Yeah, because nobody gives a fuck about baseball.
And they don't know if he wants to pass up 2 years of fucking... 2 years of the NFL starter as opposed to 2 years in Modesto or whatever the fuck.
Right.
I heard this on the ticket. They were talking about it. Somebody knows someone who's like Kyler's, I don't know, family friend or whatever. But like, he was saying he seems to really love the spotlight. So I think in his heart, he likes football. But he also knows it's risky. It's a different game. Whatever. Baseball's money. They'll give me more. I can get paid and be good. Different people are telling him different things.
I don't deny it. I think his dad making the decisions is completely normal. This is how old is he?
21 probably.
21-year-old kid. Most 21-year-olds have their parents helping them make decisions. So I don't think he's like some stage dad that's like fucking over his kid. Honestly, he's showing that the kid actually has leverage. So Oakland, if the Oakland Athletics raise what he was going to make, because I think the deal that they had was $4 million.
Right.
And I think that what he could make as a quarterback is 15 million.
If he's the number one pick, I think
he's
Baker,
not going number one.
So he said this when he was a college coach, but the coach of the Cardinals
Yeah.
said I would take Baker Mayfield number one when he was a college coach, and now he's the coach of the Cardinals with the number one pick.
But he said that about Baker.
He said that about Kyler. Sorry, he
Oh,
said about
Kyler.
Kyler Murray.
Kyler.
He said his kid is special. Blah blah blah. Nah, whatever. Point is, number one pick in the draft, Baker Mayfield got like $34 million guaranteed. So number two, number three, number four. If he's in the first round, he's making money.
Okay, let's say he's making 15 million minimum.
Okay.
I think if the Athletics come up to 15 million,
Yeah.
it's 100% guarantee he's going to go. And I'll tell you why they're going to do it. It's a win for baseball.
Yes, that's why they want him.
Oh,
MLB is sending representatives
there
to try
we
to
go.
get this guy.
Exactly. And that's what we need to clarify. It's not a win for the Oakland Athletics. It's a win for baseball to take the Heisman Trophy winner away from football. So now you have two shields going at each
Also,
other.
a sport that needs black stars.
Absolutely, sport needs black stars. Don't get me wrong about that. It's someone who's got a lot of hype around him. He's going to go to a place, Oakland, that has a big black fan base, right? A team that is historic. Like Americans that grew up watching baseball are familiar with the Athletics. Ricky Henderson, Mark McGuire.
Love the unis.
The unis were always great. They're a team that's known. It's a great place to potentially be.
Yeah.
Moneyball,
Yeah.
right? There are things about it. Things can line up. But most importantly, it's a brand win.
Right.
The brand win is kids that are elite at football are choosing baseball. Now, if you're the NFL,
Right.
you do everything in your fucking power to make sure that kid plays football. Because if he goes, all of a sudden the scales start tipping. He's the perfect example of this is bad for your body. You shouldn't do it. You should play
interesting.
another
Okay.
sport.
Okay,
And
interesting.
if you're a two-athlete sport in college, which a lot of these football players can do, so a lot of football players that can play another sport, be it track, some basketball.
Right.
If you have the opportunity to go into that other sport and make reasonable money, do what
I
Kyler
think they'll
did.
spin it as Oh, he was projected to go second round, third round.
That's the smart spin. He wasn't really good enough.
Yeah, he wasn't thick enough.
Yeah. He's a tiny kid. He was going to get beat up.
Yeah,
Maybe
he
it'd be a
wasn't man enough
slot
for this
receiver
game.
or some
Yeah.
shit like that. Yeah.
Okay. Motherfucker, did my phone just freeze? No, there's one more that I thought was, okay, no, two more actually. Caesar Solus 98 says, when are we getting Schultz's testimony from court? We spam the fuck out Alex's Instagram, the army waiting for it.
Alex?
So, the version I got, the file, it's not readable to everything I've tried to open it with. So I'm still working on it.
So
I have it.
what
but
is
I
the
just
file in?
Like the extension is like, you know how like MP4 or whatever, this extension, I've never seen it before. Some Swedish shit that doesn't work on anything.
So we have to find somebody. If you're a tech guru, post in the Patreon. What we can literally do, I have no problem posting the file. It's just a file,
Yeah.
a link.
No, like a file. Like I had to download it.
Well, I don't know how we could get it up on Patreon, but maybe we can show you what type of file it is. And if you guys are tech gurus, you could help us out and get this shit out there because that would be a lot of fun to share it, especially at the bare minimum in the Patreon. I don't know how legal it would be to share on everything, but fuck it. We can figure something.
We can figure out something for the patrons.
We could figure out something for the patrons. Yeah, so make sure you do that shit, and then we'll get it because I want to check that out for show.
There's potentially, you want to do two more or one more?
We gotta do one more because then we gotta get out. of
Okay, this is maybe the funniest one we've ever got.
here. Okay, that's big.
Andre
pressure.
Kelman. All right, check it. There's this bitch at my job. Dumb bitch. Stupid ass bitch. Annoying vegan CrossFit ass bitch. Always on a diet, still 40% body fat ass bitch. I hate this bitch. Everyone knows I hate this bitch. Here's the thing. This is a hippie bitch that doesn't believe in vaccination. Bitch has a sick child. Guess what the fucking kid has? Fucking polio. HR department comes to me with a card to sign for her kid and asked me to donate toward a gift for her. I kept the same energy, so I said, nah. Now I'm the fucking asshole. I sympathize with the kid for having been birthed by that dumb bitch, but you don't get my well wishes when your stupidity is what caused you to need them in the first place. Where do y'all stand on people that want to bring back diseases that were cured fucking decades ago? That shit made me laugh so much.
I'm not gonna lie. I think she's finessing everybody in that office
Oh,
because I think polio's done.
Nah, that still happens.
No. It happens if
around?
you don't get the vaccination.
Really?
Yeah, and these stupid motherfuckers think, oh, I get vaccinations, my kid's gonna be retarded or
Even
whatever.
with vaccines, I think it
And
happens.
I'm like,
Matter of fact, an inside jokes bit that I forgot about that I should have brought was I think racism is like polio. Like it happens, but like not enough for me to give a fuck. You know what I mean?
We vaccinated it.
Yeah.
I just
Oh,
think-
actually, there's something funny with that bit because you can correlate like those liberals who don't want the vaccinations or like trying to be super open-minded because they
yeah.
secretly are racist.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So-
Right.
Okay. So what is it again?
I just thought it was funny.
I mean, it
it's
was
where do
hilarious. I just wanted to listen to you read it because I
Yeah.
remember you sending it to us.
Yeah. Where do you stand with people who don't want to get vaccinations? Basically?
I'm shocked that polio still is around.
Nah,
That's
it's a
still
thing, bro.
around.
It's a thing.
Wow. I just think people can't accept that their genes are retarded. Like they try to find every fucking excuse that their kid is retarded.
Exactly.
Oh, the vaccination, this, that, the other, and it's like, no, you're retarded. You got retard genes, and
We
your
all
kid
got
became
retard
retarded.
genes.
Say again?
We all got retard genes.
Do we?
Everybody could have. It's just a
Yeah.
chromosomal whatever.
Like
abnormality.
everybody.
Yeah. Thanks for taking all the funny out of the joke, Akaash. We were making fun of a woman and her retard genes,
I'm
and
saying
then you wanted
I'm
to bring
I'm
all
saying,
of
what's
us
the
in
big
it.
deal? We all got retard genes. You got a retard kid.
Yeah, but it's
whatever.
more fun to make fun of the retarded girl. Like if we were doing an episode of Inside Jokes.
All right, fair enough. My bad.
You know what I mean?
My bad. Stopping down the
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, yes, and like
Okay, my
pile
bad,
on
my
to
bad,
this
my
retard
bad.
chick.
This
okay?
stupid bitch.
There we go.
Got retard ass jeans ass
God,
bitch.
There we go.
Fuck.
See what that kid did? Pile on is fun.
Yeah, maybe well, I'm out.
All right, we got to get out of here. Alex's sister's having a kid. Congratulations. Has she had it yet?
Not yet. But
Still.
any moment, yeah. So
This is 24 hours already.
overnight, that balloon thing
Yeah.
that opened her pussy
Yeah.
that came out. So
Can you call your sister's vagina her pussy?
That's weird.
That was
weird,
weird,
dog.
bro. That made me feel weird. Did
That's
it make you
weird,
feel weird?
fam.
You
No.
stuttered before you said it.
I thought about
pussy?
it. Yeah, thought
Yeah.
about it. But then it's like I don't look at my sister like a woman.
What do you look at her
why
like?
It's weird you saying
My
pussy?
sister.
That's why it's weird you saying pussy.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, that's fair enough. Okay, so you went down there. He went down to Philly because he was going to be there. And then you were upset that you weren't allowed in the room.
Yeah.
So my feeling is like, let's say you were allowed in the room. Would you want to look at your sister's pussy that was
Yeah,
all
dog,
hairy
you don't
and
want
not
that.
It's
shaved?
not like
You don't want that.
there.
How long has it
she's
been?
covered and stuff.
Yeah, but
Nah,
eventually when the
bruh.
baby comes out, you're going to see your sister's pussy lips.
I've seen.
Your sister's pussy?
No, I've seen baby being born twice.
Yeah,
Fucking
but out of
repulsive.
your family?
Oh no.
Who?
In nursing school.
Yeah, in nursing school.
Yeah.
I'm saying like out of your family. Like you'd have to look at your sister's
Yeah,
vagina.
I probably wouldn't look.
Could you do that?
I could if I had to, but I wouldn't want to.
That shit is repulsive. I
Yeah,
remember
it's
I
pretty-
saw a baby being born because I was doing this clinical shit in high school,
Yeah.
and I got baby juice on me, and I straight like did like this when the baby was getting his head out.
Oh,
Shit,
dude.
and I
Oh, that's
literally,
disgusting.
the parents were like, "Yeah, he could come watch it." It was their high school kid. He wants to, and I literally, this shit came. I did this.
That's funny. It was probably mixed with shit because they be shitting too.
Nah, she shit after.
Oh,
It was repulsive.
Damn, yo. That shit is crazy.
but yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, well, congratulations. Hopefully everything works out with her.
And her pussy.
Hey,
He can't say that your sister has a
Only
pussy.
I
Who
can
said
say
it, bro?
You said you
It's like
started
nigga.
talking
Fucking
about your
repulsive that
sister's
you
pussy.
say it.
it's like nigga, right?
No,
No,
it's
it's
not.
not. It's your sister's pussy. You
Your
the one
sister
that
got
should
a
be able to
nice-
say it.
Alright.
You the white dude in this one.
Real
That was
talk.
it.
Just like the white dude who put it in your sister's pussy.
And
impregnated
That's it. Patreon. This is a great episode. See you next week.
But that is true though. There's a
Alex be ending too many episodes. This shit is
bro. I
bad
know.
precedent.
We got in a fight last episode. I was fucking furious. We won't
I
tell.
thought you
what
still
it's
felt
about.
the way, actually.
I was fucking upset for like a couple days. Did I text you about it?
No,
I
no,
didn't
that's
even-
why I didn't think you cared anymore.
No,
we,
I was
we,
upset
we
for
hung
a
out for
couple
like
days.
2 hours before this episode. He didn't bring it up.
You didn't announce me
processed
this
it.
episode.
I didn't what?
You didn't announce me this episode. That's what you did.
You learned your
last
lesson.
week when you were upset.
You learn your lesson. You
Yeah.
gotta learn your lesson. You gotta learn it. And there was a little tension. I felt it. It was
It
what
was
it
like
was.
watching a couple fight, man.
Yeah.
I
Well, we
like
spend
it.
a lot of time together, so
We
it is.
do.
But I'm over it now. I understand that people have. Do you know what it is?
Let's not talk about it.
No, we're not going to talk about the reason why. We're not going to talk about the reason
Oh,
why.
my man.
We're not going to talk
Relax.
about the reason why.
Because if we go into it, then it's like it just rehashes.
This
We-
is
it's
how
past.
we get through it. Because if we don't talk about it now, then when we'll really talk about it, it's a whole thing. We're not going to talk
done.
about reason why. We're not going to talk about reason why. But this is my complication is, and this is the trouble with you know how people say treat everyone how you want to be treated.
I wish you kept that energy.
I did.
Mm.
I did.
Meaning what?
Meaning like anything that anything that's said about me, I'm okay.
Really? So you didn't cut out 2 things out of the last episode, and nobody even questioned you about it because you just didn't like the way it made you look?
No.
What?
Situation. You cut that out because you're like,
No.
I didn't explain it right.
Just clarify what we did. We added a story into the episode.
Me shitting my pants was not in the initial.
That was
edit,
not in the initial episode, and I asked you to add the story.
which I was
because
happy about because I didn't want to lose that story.
I thought it was really
yeah.
funny, so I didn't cut anything out. But that was all we needed for it. We didn't keep that thing. You're talking about the drug thing,
Yeah.
right? Taking chlamydia drug is what you're talking about,
Yeah.
right? For anybody who's listening, I had to take chlamydia drug because I thought I had chlamydia and I got tested and I didn't. So now this month I've taken both herpes medication and chlamydia medication without having either. I thought that was a funny tidbit to say. But again, perfect example. I don't care if you say that. So my feeling is I think I'm pretty open about anything about me.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys say I have herpes. You guys say that my mom doesn't love me. Is there anything more that can be said about me?
No.
Not really. I think I'm pretty open. So I'm
open also.
usually
We're also pretty honest.
I'm usually open with everybody else, and there was something that I had no clue that you could be sensitive about, given how open we all
Still
are.
blows my mind.
Like,
but there
we don't
are
have to get
things
into
you
it.
know that
we don't have to get into
are
it. We don't have to get into it.
non-topics.
We don't have to get into it. We don't have to get into it.
You are
my point
open.
is,
about everything.
there's nothing that I've ever said do not mention on the podcast. There's nothing that I've never asked you to do it. I've always been open. I respect that everybody has their own personal things. And it took me a couple days of being upset at you to realize everybody has their own sensitivities and you don't want to, there's certain things that you don't want to talk, and I have to respect. Just because I might not have that doesn't mean that you might not have that, and you're entitled to have that. it was just the first time in 2 years that we've all done this,
Got it.
that's happened with any of us. So I was just so mind boggled because we've been ruthless with each other. And for something I thought was so innocuous, but to you it means something. So just because to me it doesn't mean to you it doesn't. And it took me a day and a half to realize that. And that's what, but the day and a half I was upset.
Got it.
Is
But
that
I'm just
fair?
saying, yeah, very fair, very fair. But there are like certain things that I feel we speak about outside of the podcast that it's kind of just like known not to talk about.
Like what?
Certain girls, like say if you happen to be dating a girl more seriously. And
Nah, because you guys talk about it on the podcast.
Nah.
Y'all have said exact people.
We don't say the names.
Reference.
We didn't talk about the last one from or Canada, wherever the fuck she was from. We didn't talk about her.
Where we did.
No,
we didn't
'cause
say
you
names.
liked that one.
We didn't say names, but we did. We referenced. Absolutely.
Like,
we talked
sorta.
about it in Europe.
Yeah, but sort of, kind of.
I don't even know who this
during,
girl is.
During that time, that's what I'm saying, because we didn't really talk about it.
I feel hurt as a
And
friend.
you didn't want it to be talked about because then it's like, oh, I kind of really like this girl, so let me not bring it to the podcast.
But I never said we couldn't talk about it. And we did talk about it, and you guys spoke about it. Matter of fact, I even brought it up. What I said is, out of respect for that person, let's not say their name.
I feel we kind of like avoided talking about her.
You can't say we avoided if we have brought up specifically, because on this specific podcast, I told a story about how...
Let me see a picture of this
Real
bitch.
talk, real quick. On the specific podcast, I said...
He fucked it up.
I said, when you came back, remember, it was... This whole time I thought that, she's upset at me. She's not talking to me. But the whole time she was texting about how to get me a gift.
Yeah, that was after it was over already. Like you guys had broken up. Then you spoke about it.
Yeah, because
That
somebody
the
was
first
in
time.
prison for a month.
Yeah, but you were
If you
talking
weren't in
to her
prison for a month...
You
Why
were-
didn't I hear about it?
You were talking to her
Because
for a
you weren't
while.
in Europe. So...
You were dating her before Europe. That's what I'm saying. You didn't.
And I had
talk
stories about it.
No.
Absolutely had stories.
Your best
you're
friend
making
didn't
things
even
up.
know about it.
You're making things up.
Oh,
You
I'm your
did-
best friend?
You
Thanks,
did,
man.
of course. But you also didn't know. Like what you're doing is you're putting out a narrative that's not true to justify your thing that you want to keep a secret.
Right.
And even right
No,
now,
I don't think you're doing that purposefully. You might honestly be mistaken.
Yeah.
Th-
That's a
I'm
possibility.
not-
Yeah, but what I'm clarifying the mistake, right? Like I'm literally saying exactly how we've mentioned it and the times that we mentioned it, and you're not acknowledging it. So what I'm saying is like me, the most embarrassing shit I will share about me coming on my own face. There's nothing that I won't share here. And usually that's been the dynamic with all of us. You're a trash dick. Do you know what I mean? You getting arrested. Like all the things we've shared. And then there's this thing that you didn't want to share that is, and I won't say it for me, but Akaash, in terms of the severity of things that we've shared on this
not know it was
podcast.
going to be
No,
a
I
severe
understood,
thing.
and
Like-
I get that.
So, and it took me a day and a half to respect that you could care more about that than other things. That's what I didn't understand.
Got it.
And I have my theories as to why. We can talk about after the podcast. But so that's why it was difficult for me. But in terms of like things that I hide, I never hide anything from this. Like this is what I most want to share with everything like that. I'll protect someone's name just out of respect to them. Like I would never say your girl, if you have a girl, her name. I would never throw that out there. That's why.
We look at this.
That's out of respect for her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'll talk about, remember when we were at this thing and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
She said that. That's different. Like, I would never say Akaash's girl's name
Yeah.
because I don't control that.
Nah, I'm not saying that.
But I'll tell a story
Yeah.
about Akaash's girl, like making fun of him or some shit like that.
Yeah.
It's just Akaash's girl. So I might not share names, but I'll definitely be telling you stories of me looking crazy or
Yeah.
that
And
kind of stuff
I,
like
I
that.
would say I've been
That's
pretty
why
open
I'm
as
surprised,
That's why I'm
son.
Yeah,
surprised.
Akaash's surprised too. We're like,
We've
this?
always been willing to make the joke about us. I'll get uncomfortable if I think it's going to become about my girl doing something to me. Then it's like, well, that's not me. Put it on me.
Whenever I make
Put it
fun
on
of him,
him. Put it on him.
It's on it about his relationship with his girl.
And
It's
you
never
know-
making fun of your girl. Even today,
yeah.
the whole thing about how trash you are in bed. It's not her.
That's why I'll take trash dick, whatever.
And what's funny to me is that I was looking at it like, in of course, from my point of view, which is a little selfishly, it's like, hey, I never give you pushback on any topic. The one
That's
time
valid.
I'm asking you not to, like, come on.
I completely
That's-
understand it
yeah,
now.
yeah.
I completely understand. In the moment, I was resentful because I was like, y'all really gonna say I got herpes for a month and a half? and then this little shit
Yeah.
I can't joke around about.
understand.
That's where it's coming from. I do respect that you're like, I'm just asking for one thing.
Yeah.
That's that. But it took me a day to kind of go, people are more sensitive about different shit. It's really what it is. So, ooh, we've really built up some. They gonna want to know what this shit is, huh? They gonna want to know, huh? It's on Alex.
One day you're gonna tell them.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah. All right.
We gonna figure it out.
All right.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening to Flagrant 2 Patreon episode.
You're good. You're good. You're
What,
good.
son?
I know you
What,
did that. I know
son?
you did
Yo,
that.
chill out, bro. I'm just saying. Hey, this is no easy buckets
good.
analysis by assholes. Water cooler commentary for your sports needs. Yo, that sweatshirt fake, bro.
No, I know. I mean, it's not from Hillman
That
I
College.
know, how could it be real?
That shit fake, bro.
No, it's a company started.
End the episode.